Hello guys, welcome back to another day of racing. So today I was going to do the Interlagos special event, but then I realized that you can't drive the hypercars in it. So I instantly just lost interest because I just can't stand driving slow GT3s anymore. And I just want to go fast like a bullet in these hypercars. So what I thought was I was thinking, how can I help you guys out? And what I was thinking is, I've shown you guys how to make tweaks to the fixed setups of the cars for like these hypercar fixed races, right? So I was thinking, what if I made a spreadsheet where I could tweak the setup of the fixed setup. So, obviously you guys know in the fixed setup, you can only change like traction control, brake bias, brake migration, anti-roll bar. Like that's all you've got. You can't change anything else, right? What if I did this for you live? So start with with the base setup and then make those slight tweaks to the car. Then once we have the setup that we like, that's faster and it feels better to drive, then I can put that into a spreadsheet for that car, for that track. And then over time, I keep doing this, right? Hey, Mazina, how are you, brother? So over time, I keep doing this for you, right? And then you guys have access to the spreadsheet. It'll be like in the LMU Discord and whatever, in our Discord too. And like say next week is Spa fixed, right? For Hypercar fixed at Spa. You're driving the Peugeot. You can then go to the spreadsheet and be like, okay, I'm driving the Peugeot at Spa. Oh, this is the new the setup I should use for the fix. This is the changes I should make. So over time, I make this for all the cars for you. And then you have this like spreadsheet that you can just look at whenever you want. Like next week is, I don't know, Interlagos Hypercar fixed. Go to the spreadsheet. Okay, Peugeot, Interlagos. Okay, make the brake bias this, make the brake migration this, PC, done. So that way you don't have to think kind of thing. Like you don't have to go as much through, like you might have to still make some slight changes to it to suit you. But what I'm going to try and make sure I do is like get it to the point where I feel like it's quite quick and then go a little bit more. If it feels sketchy, bring it back. That's the limit. Done. Setup finished. And that way, the setup should be fairly quick or decently quick and not be sketchy to drive because I don't like sketchy setups. I don't like it when they're too... High-mo setups are good. That's why I like high-mo setups with the actual, the full car setup because like they don't feel sketchy. Because if a car's super sketchy and too e-sporty, it's just... Majority of the people they're not gonna like that. You know what I mean? They're not gonna enjoy that. So yeah, the goal is to get to the point where it's quick and then get it to where it's a little bit sketchy and then bring it back. So you have a nice, fun to drive setup that's reasonably quick. Yeah, for Hypercar fixed. Because again, we can't make too many changes. So let's just flick over. Let me just get my chat boxes up. So yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and make the setup, talk to you guys, make the setup for you guys, show you explain what I'm doing, and then when I'm happy with it, if there's time, then I'll do the Spa Hypercar fixed race. I'll do one of them as well. Yeah. Let's see here. Let me just bring this up. Yeah. I thought that's what I thought. It could help you guys out because then that spreadsheet will eventually become fully populated with every car, every track. and then you guys can just use it whenever you need. Yeah. I think I can gift some. I think I can give some memberships to you guys today. I think I have them. Let me see. There we go. That should happen on YouTube's in a second. Cool. All right. Enjoy the gifted subs, guys, or gifted memberships, whatever they're called. Okay, let's jump into the lobby. Let's go to the lobby. And yeah, I'll leave the music in the background. I've got a little overlay set up for you guys so you can see the laps and how it's changing, as well as the brake inputs and the wheel input. Okay, let's go. And again, thank you, Jamie, for the membership. Really appreciate you, brother. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into the practice session now, right? But if there's too many people in it, I'm just going to go into single player. And I should be able to replicate the track conditions because now they explain a lot more to you what the actual conditions are. And I'll show you where you can see that. Okay, so practice. So let's go to BMW. So what I think I'll do is because the BMW is my car, I'm going to do all the BMW ones first. And then I will start doing the other ones slowly. I find myself using pretty high ARBs. See, I'm the opposite. I find that I use low anti-roll bars for more turn-in. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. It might just depend on the setup too. Cool, that's good. And what I'll also be using is... where is it? Okay, let's go. Where is my coach, Dave? Delta. And I'll also use this. Draven, thank you so much for the resub, brother. Really appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much. So I'm going to use Coach Dave Delta. So what I'm going to do is first, I'm going to set a lap not changing anything. So the car's going to feel kind of crap to drive. It might be a slower lap time. And then I will use that in Coach Dave Delta as the reference lap. And then start making the changes and see how the lap time decreases, how it goes down, yeah? So we leave that there. Now, again, I'm going to see what the track is like. If people are getting in the way, I'm just going to go into single player. And I'll show you how you can... So for the car setup, I'll show you what I was talking about. So if you look here, you can't make any changes, see? Because it's fixed, right? You can change... Like, this is not enough brake migration. That's way too low. Like, BMW, you do this. You do that. You do 2.5 forward. Just do that. 2.5 or 2. Usually I always start at 2.5. And then if it's the fronts are locking up too much, then I'll bring it back, right? You'll know which tires are locking up. So if your front tires lock up during braking, the car will slide forward uncontrollably. Like it'll just float forward, right? That's how you know the front tires locked up. You'll also see your front tires and the widget go red hot, yeah? If your rear tires are locking up... Jesus Christ, what was that car? Was that a van wall? That was a goddamn van wall. Okay, so if your rear tires are locking up too much, then you will see the rear will snap. Yeah, the car will spin under braking. That's how you know the rear tires. And also, obviously, the widget will go red too for the rear tires. But I'm gonna put that there now. And I'm going to put this at 100%. Trust me, 100% max pedal force in these cars all the time. If you're locking up too much... with that pedal force, you need to just practice your braking to do it properly. Slam the brakes hard when you're going initial braking. Then as the car slows down, bring your foot off the pedal, like slowly, right? And then as you turn in, you keep doing that too. So look, I'm just gonna see what it's like. Wait, fuel. I think it's like 50. Should I do I'll just do quali first, right? I'll do quali first, and we're just gonna use mediums for this. Because, like I said, in the race, you're probably going to use medium. Soft is like, it's only good for like 3 laps maximum. So like, the first initial like out lap, then another lap, which they should be good to go, and then a third lap. After that, they get too hot. Even, I think this track is like 20 degrees, is it? Let me see. Yeah, the track's 21 degrees, so it's starting to get cold. But it's not like super, super cold, okay? So it's not quite there yet. Okay, let's Grenadian, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate that. So we're going to use medium tires, all right? Don't fall into that trap of using soft. Because I can tell you now, you use softs in the race, after about 5 laps, that car is going to be sliding everywhere. Like, you're just going to have the car's going to become a pain in the ass to drive, and your lap times are going to drop so hard. Just take the initial crappy laps with the mediums, because then once you hit lap 3, you're good to go. The car feels good, and your lap time's going to keep going down. The car's going to feel really good. So yeah, we're just going to use medium and fuel. Sorry, I lost the YouTube chat window. Sorry guys, one second. Again, we're going to do this as long as it takes, so don't worry. I'm not going to just bail because I can't be bothered. We're going to be here as long as we take. Tim, Carl, how are you, brother? Good to see you, Carl. Hope you're doing well. How's your BMW going, by the way? Your IRL BMW, still using it? Oh, yeah, 100%. The migration makes a big difference. But like I said, we have to test it, because right now, what can happen with this, right? So I've got the migration... So I've got the max pedal force to 100, and I've got the migration to the maximum. What might happen is the fronts might start locking up. What I'll do if that happens is before I touch the pedal migration, the brake migration, I will bring the brake bias to the rear a little bit, 1 or 2 clicks, to see if that stops the fronts from locking up. If the rears start locking up, that means I need to lower the brake migration by a click or so, yeah? But never touch this. Make it 100. Just stop using less than this. You need to output the maximum performance of your brakes, always, yeah? Just use that. Apart from, like, Alpine and Isota. So Alpine, it's like 96%, I think. And Isota, it's like 94, 93, because the car just sucks on the brakes. It's horrible. It's just, yeah, really crap car to drive. All right, so 2.5, 100. Now I'm just going to we'll put about 5 laps because we're using mediums. So let's go for, it's about 4 liters per lap, I'd say. So let's just go for like 21, and we'll see. We might change that, all right? Okay, so initial, we're not going to change anything else apart from that brake bias. Actually, no, we'll do it this way. No, you know what? We'll make everything exactly the same at the start so that you guys can see the difference. We'll do it properly. So what was it? 90, 95, 1 to the front. This is going to suck to drive, I'm telling you now. Leave it on mediums though. BMW got fixed. Was a software glitch that bricked the gearbox. Oh God. Mate, was that on warranty or what? So you should have everything you need up there. You should have your the lap time. It should be my personal best for the session. And then it should have the steering wheel. Yep, in the bottom right there. Brake, throttle, brake. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, everything we need. Fantastic. So I'm just going to place this somewhere that I can see. Yeah, my holiday was alright, bro. It wasn't too bad. I just spent some time with family and then been doing a bit of sim racing as well. So it's been good. Alright, so let's start off. So I tried this before. It didn't feel great. I can tell you now. Thought it was the 2024 medium is the softest you can use. No, so you can use soft tires at Spa and Le Mans. Only those tracks, no other tracks. So this track is cold. It's on the cold side, 21. But with high grip, I see the tires getting too hot. That's what I see, personally. So let's just warm up the tires. And as you can see now, the car's feels really crap to drive. Look at it. See how it's going crazy like that? Because it's gone back to the way it was. Not as severe, but pretty severe. Like, cold tires suck in this game. And that's the way it should be, right? Because in real life, that's what it's like. Now, is this stream in 60? Looks like it's 60. Just let me know. No, I've got the GT3. I've got the GT3 nets back on, Carl. But, apart from that, nothing's changed yet. It will be changing soon, like in about February or something like that, yeah. Jamie, this is the Race Labs one. I only use this just for this kind of stuff. Just to show you things, that's all. I'm just going to go off the track for this guy, I think. Because we are a blue flag. So we'll just warm the tyres up. And we can see here, so we want our tyres, you can see that in the bottom right. We want them to be about 80, we want to get as close as possible to 87 degrees, right? For the medium tyres. And of course he crashed. But if you can't, it is what it is. In the Hypercar fixed race, you can't change like your brake ducts and whatever. You can only change brake bias and all the in-car stuff. The more you know, yeah. When does this... So I'm going to keep doing the practice session till I'm finished making the setup. And then if there's time at the end, then I will do a race. Might try Fiat. Yeah, Ferrari's good. So we're probably going to need one more lap. Get them up. Again, it's a decently cold track. And again, if these guys keep getting in the way, I'm just going to open up in single player. Because I can just copy this here. You can see in the bottom left, the track conditions. So I can see everything I need to remake the lobby. So it's like, I just make it about 8 o'clock. Make it mostly cloudy and make the grip high. And make the air temperature 15. And I can usually, I should be able to replicate the server in single player. So one more lap should do it. I'm going to start braking a bit harder now. And we might find the car snaps. I might not like it. Bro, this guy is all over the place. So when he's a blue flag, he doesn't give way. Okay. He flashes me when he's a blue flag. Of course, that's the way it works. Everyone just wants what they want. Oh no, thank you. All good. And obviously this gives you guys a chance to, you know, see how you drive the track too, like what gears. So yeah, the tyres are starting to get there. We've got like, what, five laps worth of fuel? Yeah, that's good. All good. Snapped, all good, brother, no problems. So what I'll do, guys, is I'll do the laps and then I'll look at chat in between. So I'll do the 4 to 5 laps, whatever. And then I will have a look at chat as I go. And when I can on the straights. See, medium tyres are good there. Has it for AC, couldn't get work. You have to just paste, you need to paste the plug-in thing in. Oh, you should have that though. No, there's an actual plug-in for Race Labs. That you need to paste into that variables JSON. And yeah, don't touch that curb because it's bad. Not yet, my friend. We're not dead yet. All right, let's just see how we go now. It's already starting to not feel great because I don't like that that brake migration. I think we should get him on the way up. So it should be okay. Okay, that feels all right. It's not bad. Thank you, sir. Oh, see the car, it doesn't stop. I don't like that, yeah? Because the brake pressure is not high enough. I should be able to brake on the curb, yeah? That should be a thing. A little bit so I can see it locking up too. Yeah, I don't like this brake pressure. It's not optimal. But it's okay. We'll do the laps and see what it's like. This is no changes at all to the setup, yeah? Yeah, see, I don't like, yeah, that's not good. Not good at all, I don't like that. See, not stopping. Have to brake earlier, and I don't like that. This is why you need to make changes to it, because the car's not... It's designed to be easy, right? That's why they're made. These default setups are meant to be safe and easy. That also means not being able to brake as late as you want, which means that you lose time, right? See how we go with this corner here. Like, I can hear it locking up. Okay, there's a Ferrari there. Yeah, not a good lap time at all. By my standards, at least. I can't get the brake hard. Like, I can't put the brake on hard. That's what I'm experiencing right now. But that's the whole point, to show you how much of a difference it'll make over the course of the laps. How to set up your DD wheels force feedback in multiple games? Yeah, the problem is I only play LMU now. I'll check that in a second. Thank you for the raid, Dano. Appreciate that, brother. It turns okay, this fixed setup, though. Like, it's pretty good in that sense. Getting a bit of time through there. Yeah, see, lock up again. Don't like that. It's getting better though. It's not too bad. How are you, Dano? Cries in iRacing. Yeah. What are these guys doing over there, man? Yeah, see, I don't like that. You can't... I want to go on the brakes hard and late, and I can't do that with the way that they've done it. That's what we're going to make changes. That's how we're going to make changes. And I'll show you how that works as we go through. Yeah, loves to lock up, dude. That's why you need to have the brake pedal force on maximum. So it should be one more lap, and then we'll use that as the base, and then we'll make changes so that we can get it to where we need it. See, another lockup. And it'll be a slower lap anyways. Okay, we just leave this now. We'll leave it as 201, what is it? 201.8 or whatever it is. And now we start making changes, yeah? So what I'm going to do now in this thing, where is it? Coach Dave Delta. So now I just go for... Second. So 2019, right? So can I save that? Download session data. I should be able to load it as a yeah, my best laps. Okay. We can just remember it to 2019. So if I go out of the session now, that should, and then go back into it, that should reset this, I think. Let me catch up on chat. Where do you find the plugin for Race Labs? It's in the Race Labs program. They tell you. It's like it should be. What happened to my game? It should be in the, like, when you click on LMU, it'll tell you on the screen like, oh, you need to install the plugin. We just close this window and then restart it. Okay, so let me just see. Did this log? It should have logged. I'm going to save it just in case. Download session data. LMU. So now if we go to previous, it should pop up here. Spa. Yeah, okay, that's good. So now if I'm just going to hit download just in case. All good, Jamie, no problem, brother. I'm just going to save it somewhere, just on the desktop or whatever. So that I could, if I need to bring it up. So now if I do this, I've got to open up Lemon Ultimate actually first and open up a session. Then we can use that one as the base and then see how our changes improve it over time, right? That's the goal. So just wait for the game to open up and then it should, once we get back into the session, it should make it work again. But that was looking like even with that crappy lap, it was already like 5/10 up, wasn't it? Or 6/10 up on the Delta. So it's going to be like a 201, 201.2 or something like that. So it was already looking better than, yeah, almost better than the guys in the lobby without any changes. That's just standard, right? No changes. All right, daily. So if I go back into this, Hypercar fixed, and then we go join practice. It should restart the Coach Dave Delta thing once it's in there. I've really been liking this. It's really good to show you how you're improving. Like I can show you something here, right? If you go, so this was last night. So I actually got my lap time at Interlagos with race fuel. I got it to 1/10 slower than the esports time or the Coach Dave time. So if I open it here, this is the Interlagos time. You might have to repair. So my time, if I compare it here, we go driving. It's a cool app. I really like this. If I load up the pro time, so Jacob Osterman did the setup. So if we compare his race fuel time. So his race fuel time, you can see it there. He did a 1:24.2. And then my fastest time he did that with 86 liters of fuel. And I did a 1:24.3, so 1/10 off with basically the same fuel, half a liter less than him. And it shows, like, it's pretty cool because as you drag it, it shows what he's doing, what you're doing, and then where the time is. So you can see here, when we exit this corner, I'm actually a 10th faster than him in that corner coming out of the first corners at Interlagos. And then it goes down, I think here. So there he gains. Oh no, by the end of that sequence, I'm still up. And then as we keep going, I think is it here that he gains on me? Yeah, here I think it is. Oh no, never mind. I'm still here. Okay, so it's by the time we get to the second last corner, that's where the time is right there. And by the end of it, yeah, it's 1/10, 1.3 tenths. Yeah, 1.3 tenths. That's cool how you can see where you're losing the time and gaining the time. All right, so let me just join this quickly. If it doesn't work again, I'm just going to do it in single player, I think. Same thing. Let's see. Let me just repair quickly and see if that fixes it. Probably repairing it will fix it. Because I know sometimes that happens. Where is it? Install view integrity. So now if I do this as well, if I go to sessions, Coach Dave is good telemetry and Hymo, I have found better setups. Yeah, I found the same too. The Coach Dave ones are okay. They have a little bit too much downforce. So it's a bit easier to drive. Like they're a bit safer in the corners. But like you have to really drive the shit out of it to make it like good, like quick to get those times. So if I go open, let me see. I just got to figure out how this stuff works. So if we go load a reference, it should just pop up with my fastest Yeah, okay. Okay, so this is here now. So now when I start the new session, I can select that, which is the lap we just did, and then we can compare it with the telemetry tool. So it's pretty cool. All right, let's go back out of here. And just once the game's finished doing its thing, once it's finished validating. Oh, beautiful. That should have fixed it, I think. If not, it's fine. We just go into the single player. It was 16 degrees, 8 o'clock, overcast. I don't know how I remember that. But yeah, 16 degrees, air temp, overcast, 8 o'clock. And it was high grip. Yeah, high grip. It wasn't saturated. Okay, let's see. It's probably better in single player as well, because then people don't get in your way and you can just drive the track without having to worry about them. Let's see if it lets me join. Yeah, okay. Huh? Monza? Did I click the wrong one? I might have clicked the wrong one. Yeah, I clicked the wrong one. Sorry. And then it ended anyways. So why is it doing that? Interesting. Let me see if it works with the next one. Intermediate. I clicked the wrong one by accident. Hypercar fixed. So I loaded into the session and then it didn't, and then it kicked me out. It keeps going to Monza. Why? Hey, Kevin, how are you? Why is the game being weird? It keeps going to Monza for some reason. I'm just going to do it in single player. I can't be bothered. And then it's going to kick me out? And then it kicks me out, right? Yeah, okay, weird. Maybe the servers are crying right now or something. So let's just go to single player and just put the same settings in. It should be about the same temperature. E18s, yeah. That's really weird. It's fine though, and we can just make it a long session and just stay in there for the whole time. Okay, Spa, car, BMW. So it was advanced options. So it was 8 p.m. 8 p.m. and weather we're going to put as overcast for everything, and it was 16, wasn't it, degrees? It should be about 21, I think. 21 degrees on track, so it was about 16. So just do this. (16, 16, 16), and then sessions. Just make it. Should be heavy. I think it is. Yeah, preset heavy. Cool. And we're just gonna make it long. 3 hours, whatever, 4 hours, and then start. Should be the same thing. I'll see if my theory worked. Close the game and go back in again. Happened to me the other day. Yeah, it's fine. We'll just use single player. I go quicker with Hymo. Yeah, I'm the same. I liked the oh no, it's a bit cold. Let me see. Heavy grip 14. I'm going to put it up a little bit. I'm going to put it up like maybe 3 degrees and see if it goes, because it should be about 20, I think it was 21 degrees, wasn't it? We'll put up like 4 just to try and get something similar. I found that the Coach Dave one is pretty good with let's do this. Actually, let's just go 20. It'll be less if it's overcast. So let's just go like that. It should be. Let's see if it's okay. I just want to try and get the same track temperature. That's what's important. Yeah, the Coach Dave one is good for like at Le Mans. It was pretty safe. It's easy to push. JB, thank you for the sub, bro. Really appreciate that. Okay, that's good. That's fine. We just do that. That's absolutely fine. 20 degrees is more or less the same thing, right? Should be getting similar lap times. Okay, let me just fix up the windows. Just put this in the top right corner. Beautiful. All right. So now we've got plenty of time. We can just stay in this one session. It should stay about the same temperature, right? So we've done that setup. We've done the basic one. So now, again, all this will be the same, right? So if you want to just make sure that you've done it right, just make sure you click Le Mans, the logo, and that will make it the default setup, right? So if we look in here now, it should be balanced Spa. It should say balance in the name and the track, and that's how you know you've got the right one, yeah? So same thing, let's just put 20 laps in. Hey, Machine Gun, how are you, bro? Good to see you. Welcome. So let's just put 20. We put 21, just in case. Okay, so I'm not going to touch any of this stuff. I'm not touching any of this because you can't change that, right? We're not touching suspension, dampers, any of this because we're pretending like it's the fixed setup, yeah? So all we're going to do here, so we know we've done the lap with the completely default was a 2019. I've got the delta thing there, right? So it's a 2019. So now this is the first thing I do. Just max this out, yeah? Just go straight. BMW is really good with 2.5 front, right? Migration. Make this 100%, okay? Powertrain, we leave it at 21. That's about 5 laps. Tires, we go medium. Let me just make sure I've done everything right here on the brakes. Yeah, so we want 100% pedal force, 2.5. Now, we might see the front tires lock up. We don't know. Because, again, the default setup might not be catered properly. Yeah? So we're just going to do this. So we might see our car sliding forward in heavy braking zones because the front tires are locking up. And that's fine. That's part of the process of elimination to decide what you need to do. Because that's basically what like tweaking a setup is in sim racing. It's making changes, seeing if it was faster or not. If it was faster, keep it. If it wasn't, bring it back to the way it was, and then make a slight change or like make another change somewhere else. It's all like process of elimination when you're tweaking your setup, right? So again, medium tires, cold tires, cold tires, mediums will be, you can see the car, see how it's like rotating by itself on high rev because the cold tires are quite sketchy, right? Like we're gonna have to definitely lift through here to get up there without dying because again, you can't do that anymore the way it was last patch. So yeah, right now, you might see us lock up on the front straight away. You might see that happen. So let's see what happens. So yeah, cold tires are locked up a bit. It was a front lock up because we can see the front left tire on the widget. It's gone green, and that's how we know because it went hotter than the others. But that's where it locked up. So yeah, this might not be good. We might have to tune it down to 2 in the brake migration. But let's just see. That's the whole point. The whole point is to test it and then make the changes that we need. But again, the tires are cold regardless, so it's going to be hard either way on the first lap. Hello, Pedro. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. See how it didn't lock up there that time? Because I was able to brake late and then put the pedal on maximum. Like, that's already the difference I'm seeing. Like, having the brake pressure on 100% is already better. Now that front, you can see that front left tire, it went yellow. So we might have too much migration, maybe. We'll have to see what happens on the heavy braking. Like, we might lock up here, we'll see. It's cold tires. So it wasn't too bad, it was a minor lock up, but it wasn't anything horrible that ruined our lap time or anything. So let's just see. We're probably going to need like one more lap for the tires to come into the range. See, it didn't lock up that time compared to, see the difference? I was locking up all the time in that first corner with 95% and only 1 on the brake migration, because the rears we're locking up. So I feel like even with these changes, it's already going to be better. But again, we have to see when we can actually push the car. So we need to beat a 2019. That was the initial lap time. Yeah, no lockup. See, that was good. No lockup. Bit too much throttle there though. That's okay. Again, not really much of a lockup there. A little bit, but I braked kind of late there. Car's still a bit cold, so we're getting some understeer. That's all good, Moldy. No problem. Now, I don't know if... I feel like something's changed a little bit there. I feel like you should go into 6 and downshift to 5th. It used to be... See, look, no lockup. How good was that? There was no lockup there. I feel like now... It used to be stay in 5th and tap the brakes and carry the speed. But I feel like it might not be the case anymore in this car. It might be 6th gear and then tap the brakes and downshift to 5th. Once I've finished making the setup, if I've got time, yeah, I'll do the race. I want the priorities to make this setup for you guys, yeah, to make the changes to the default setup. Look at that, that's so good. Look at this, beautiful. Probably don't hit that curb though, that's fine. Now the tires should be, yeah, almost there, almost there. I braked a little bit late there too. But yeah, car feels pretty good. So first braking points. Look at that, beautiful. Really good. Bit too late on the brakes there though, that's okay. But we're still up on time either way. Yeah, the car turns better in there now. I feel like I can carry a bit more speed. Yeah, look at that. I can tell by the delta already what it's going to be. It's already going to be faster. Just from making the one change. Should be faster. So what's this? 201, yeah. And we made mistakes too, right? I've got a few more laps worth of fuel, I think. Oh, now we have to go back into the garage anyway. So I'm going to try it one more time, right? I just want to see if I can make it... The turning feels pretty good now. Like, I like that. That was good. So let's just see what we can get it down to. And I think... If you do 3 laps here, you can use softs. But once you get to lap 4 or 5, you're going to find... And we could test that too. You might find that the car just starts to slide everywhere because the tires are getting too hot. The car will like barely turn when the tires are cold. Crazy, man. So again, first lap, you got to just be careful with it. I'll check that chat message in a second on YouTube. Sorry, sir. You are losing some detail. I have SIMRACING 2 Sport. I use overall. Okay, yeah, I'm using Fanatec, but I probably am getting some clipping, yeah. I probably do need to tweak it a little bit more. I probably just need to increase the Newton meter strength in the Fanatec app. Yeah, I wonder, maybe go to 6th gear earlier? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like 5th gear is still might be better just to carry the speed. You should feel it in high-speed turns. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm looking at that meter now. Yeah, there's a red. Yeah, okay. I get you. This is... I can brake so late, dude. This is really good now. All it took was that one change, yeah? And the braking is instantly better. And what you guys might find is by doing that with the brake migration, those of you who are like, oh, I'm locking up too much in the hypercars, you might find that that problem goes away. You know what I mean? It depends as well on the car. Like the LMHs tend to use a little bit less of brake migration on the front, but like the BMW 2.5 to the front or 2 put to the front is really good. Probably that's usually what I always would use. Wow, so good, man. Look at this rotate. Beautiful. Really good. Okay, a little bit of a rear snap there, but that's also... I braked kind of late, though. You can't brake too hard there. The cars just don't like it when you brake too late because the car's going downhill as well. Yeah, I'll take a look at it later, Pedro. And yeah, look, there's gonna be crashes. While I'm making changes, I'm gonna be crashing and stuff. Like, because if I play around with the brakes too much and I make like too much rear wood bias or something, there's gonna be issues with it. But that's the whole point. You do the testing and make the mistakes so that you can see what works and what doesn't work, right? Yeah, a bit too late on the brakes, but that's okay. We got, yeah, 3 laps of fuel. Bit too narrow. I lost a 10th there because it was a bit too narrow on the entry. You want to kind of do a late apex to get a better run on the outside, but that's fine. It's just a 10th. Yeah, I have it at 50%, I think, Pedro. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, not bad. Bit too late on the brakes there. Lost some time. Okay. There was already time gain in that sector, I saw that though, by about 2/10, so... Yeah, all good, thank you, Pedro. Hey Hugo, no stress, bro. Yeah, cool, thank you, Pedro. Yeah, still a bit too narrow. It's okay, though. It's only about a 10th lost. And look, I'm not locking up, so I feel like I can start braking a little bit later and just see how far I can push it. Like, honestly, the way the brake bias and this feels right now, it's actually quite good. Too much speed, but that's okay. Okay, yeah, a little bit too much there. I think it's still okay. I think I'm just braking a little bit too heavy there. I think that's what it is. Because if the rear snaps like that, that's not the fronts, that's the rears locking. So the brake migration is not an issue there. That's fine. We don't have to change anything. I think I just have to be careful about how I brake for that corner, that's all. But this feels pretty good. We can maybe change the roll bars a little bit. Maybe just give it a little bit more turn in, but it's actually pretty decent. I think from memory, the BMW kick setup was actually pretty okay here at Spa. I think I was only changing the roll bar a little bit by like a click or something like that. Something, yeah. So it wasn't too bad at all. But some tracks, yeah, I had to make a lot of changes. Like the Imola one, that was horrible. I had to make so many changes with that. I think we have another lap. Yeah, one more lap. I think we can brake later. I think I'm braking a little bit early there too. I'm going to reset the car. That's already down the Delta. I'm going to reset the car. And I'll show you guys this Delta thing right now as well. So look at this. So you can see where the car is very fun, Pedro. Yes, it is. So if we go to the Delta now. So if I go driving, so fastest lap is 2014. So now if I go... The 2014? No, it's 2012. Hey? That's weird. Whatever. So now if I go load, and I go my best laps, yeah, compare. So then we can just compare, right? And we actually did the 2014 with more fuel. We had 17 litres compared to only 9 litres in that one. So if we look here, so we're coming down turn 1 now. We're hitting the brakes about the same. Yeah, it's about the same. Do we reach 100%? Let me just zoom in on this one. This section. We can brake a bit more. We're not actually braking. Oh, no, we are. Yeah, it's just in the other one we were, like... So the other one is the reference, the slower lap. If you look at the brake meter there... Oh, wait. Sorry, 1 second, guys. Let me move this around for you. Move that up. My bad. Sorry. There you go. So if you look at the two brakes... So the left side is my lap now, and the right side is the reference, right? So if you look at the brake, which is the red bar next to the green one that pops up in a second... By the time we hit 100% on the right side, we're already on 90. We're only on 95, and we don't. It's just a little bit softer on the brake with the application. So let's see, do we gain time there? The line is a bit tighter. Like if you look at it here, can I zoom into this? I think I can, can't I? Where's this? Oh no, that is the highest one. So see the yellow line? The yellow line is my reference lap, and the blue line is my path now from that lap. So if you look at the yellow, it arches out a little bit more. So we take a bit of a tighter line, but I think if I do that yellow line instead, I'll gain more time. Because see, by the time we exit the corner, so the entry, because we entered more narrow, it's up there, see, by a 1/10. Then on the exit, see, by the time we exit, we're actually slower than the original one. That's why taking that wider line, the later apex, is better. Because it just lets you get on the throttle sooner, and it lets you get the wheel straighter as well. So then as we go up here, see the time difference? It's almost a 1/10. All because I chose to enter the corner in like a more narrow fashion. I know GT3s, even GT3s, it's kind of similar. You don't want to like go super narrow, but I know GT3s, they'll go in kind of near the curb and then back on the power. But hypercars, I've found it's not good because they'll kind of bottom out a little bit. So it delays your throttle application. But okay, so even in that first corner, we can see. So if I go, excuse me, if I go back up to it, look at that. So by the time we get, because of that one mistake, by the time we get down Camel straight to the end, look at the difference in the in the delta. We lost 2/10 just from that one thing, right? Compared to the bad lap. So we can get way faster, right? Here it's similar kind of thing. Do we gain time here? By the end of the corner, we do gain time. And that was purely because we were able to brake later without locking up and carry more speed. So we gained 2/10 in that Lecom, the first series of corners after the straight. And as we get here, do we gain time? So we lose time there, but again, I think I locked up in there. I didn't know something. Yeah, I think I locked up there. Okay, so there's plenty of time to gain. So now we can just go back here and keep doing this. I'll leave this as the same, and we'll try soft tires too, because I think in this colder temperature, soft tires will be okay until like lap 3 or lap 4, and then the time should start to drop off if they're getting too hot. Because soft tires, the optimal temperature is like 74 or something. I think it's 74 degrees. Is it? No, I had this one for a while. I've got a few new BMW hats. I just haven't worn it before. Yeah, I didn't have my hair. It wasn't looking good today, so I just thought I would put a hat on to hide my shame, as you do. But this is, if you haven't played the game since the recent patch, you're gonna notice this now. The tires, when they're cold, it's like, see how the cars, the wheels going a little bit cray-cray when the revs get high, because the tires are cold. So you'll start to see that now again. Like, you definitely can't do this flat anymore on cold medium tires like you used to be. You used to be able to do that flat on the first lap, which that's not a thing. That's not real. So warm up the tires. Yeah, I can't remember. I'm trying to remember what my fastest time with the default setup is. And I think it was like a 2003 or 2004, something like that from memory. That's with the default setup on the cold track like this. I think the last time I did this, it was a cold track too. It was about the same. But I'm really enjoying using that Coach Dave app. It's cool to see where the time is gained or lost. So I think we need to brake later at turn 1 and then take that later apex. And just let me know if any of the overlays are too slow for you guys, I mean, too small or anything. If you can't see anything properly, just let me know. From memory, you can take that first curb, I think, You just can't take the second curb. The second curb just unsettles the car too much, and then you lose your exit speed here. Like, see, I'm just able to get on the power a bit earlier by taking a later apex, but I brake too early there because you can see the delta is negative, is +2. The tires are also colder, so that would have done it too. See? All I did was make the one change. Can brake so late now. It's epic, dude. I love it. You might be able to do short shift into 4th gear there. Yeah, see, the rear is coming out like a lot there when I get on the brakes. That's probably the most difficult part of this at the moment. I feel like I can brake later there now. Like something's changed. It's weird. And it's important not to apply too much brake there. Just enough to make the downforce do the work for you to carry the speed through the corner. But yeah, if we can just get this to a 2 flat, then I'm happy. That's fine by me. Because that's a good quality time for your splits. That's absolutely fine, a 2 flat. Bit of a drift. So a bit too late. A little bit too late. Because I felt the rear come out like instantly. I could make it go more forward on the bias, but then that might, like I can try that, but then that might make the turn in bad because I won't get enough rotation. I could try that though. We can move the brake bias forward 1 click and just see what happens there. Yeah, a bit of a compromised exit, but it's not too bad. Too much understeer there. A bit too late. Yeah, too late on the brake. Okay, that's fine. So it's still okay though. I think I'm gonna put the bias forward just 1 because the car's not locking up on the front, so I go heavy on the brake. That I can try and keep the heavy brake pressure, but then like just sacrifice a little bit of rotation. So what I'm going to do on the brake bias here, just do it in car, that's fine. I'm just going to make it go. The first number is the front bias. So let's go 55. Let's just see what it's like. If the car doesn't turn enough or the front tires start to lock up, then I'll put it back. And that's all you do. You just make 1 click. Just 1 click of it, like change. If it's good, keep it. If it's better than before, keep it. If it's bad, put it back the way it was. Because beforehand it was what? It was 54.6. Okay. So let's just see. Because now I'm starting to brake like late like I usually do. It's not feeling like it's starting to come out a bit, the rear. So let's see if it makes a difference. Yeah, you definitely have to lift now. You can't do that flat anymore. Like we might see the car just slide forward now because of that 1 change. So yeah, we don't know if this is going to be helping or not, but let's see. Drew, thank you for the sub on YouTube, brother. Because rotation felt fine. I didn't really feel like I was getting understeer. Yeah, I didn't find an issue with rotation during the braking, so that tells me that I might have a little bit of leeway to go a little bit, because I like to go late on the brakes. I don't like to brake too early. See, the rotation's still fine, even with changing the brake bias, and that's on cold tires, so... Yeah, absolutely fine. Yep, no issue. If it was a problem, we would have been experiencing it probably by now. The car would just start to slide forwards uncontrollably. But we'll see what it's like when I actually go hard on the brakes when they're when the car's tires are in the range, and see if we start to get any front locking. Yep, it's fine. Rotation's fine. I'm happy with the TC. You can probably make it traction control 8 if you want, but I think the TC's fine. Yeah, okay, so it's not... Yeah, there's not really any locking. It's fine. Oh, any front locking, sorry. So let's see on the... Lecom is probably the best place to test it, because it's a pretty heavy braking zone. Hey DC, how are you, bro? Good to see you. Yep, no locking. Yeah, that was good. Yep, no locking. That's good. That's what I wanted. Bit too narrow though on the turn in. Probably lost time there, but that's fine. You want to do that corner like a V. Yeah, pretty good. This is a good change. I think that we did well here. Yep, see, nice and late. Look at the delta. Look at the delta now. 2 tenths up. Two tenths up from that one corner because I was able to go on the brakes later. I might change the position of that so you can see the in-game one. Test it out here though. This is the... Bad exit, but it's okay still. So we gained some more time there. I just gained 2 tenths. I just gained 2 tenths from that first corner. Yeah, this was good. Putting the brake bias forward one. How are you getting those guide rays? I don't really like them. They don't feel realistic, but it's probably the graphics, special effects settings. Too slow here. I lost the time. I was 3 tenths up on that lap. But that was a good change. We're going to keep that. I'll move that lap time log for you guys so you can see the delta as well. I don't really like those guide rays. They don't feel realistic. Too much curb. Have we got time for... Yeah, we got one more lap. Because I thought that thing would show you the delta, but it's not showing you that tool. So I'll change it for you in a second when I finish this lap. Bit of rear snapping, but it's not too bad. So I'll try one more lap, then I'll go in the garage, I'll fix the lap for you. Yeah, 2/10 from from the first corner. Hello, Haslam, how are you, bro? Yeah, shiny, yeah, it's okay. It could be environmental effects setting, maybe? So we're 3/10 up right now on the Delta. You can't see because I've got that thing in the way, but yeah, we're 3/10 up. Ooh, a bit too late on the brakes. Probably lost some time there, but that's alright. Still 2/10. I lost the 2/10 there. I braked too late. It's okay. Alright, tire's a bit too hot. So let me just move that for you guys there, and then I'll go back. That's good though. I'm keeping that brake bias, because that was way better. Hey Bostock, how are you, bro? Yeah, all good, DC. Let me just move this for you guys. We'll go back to the garage. And I'll show you the Coach Dave Delta so you can see what I was talking about. Let me just, where is it? Got to change it on the Race Lab apps thing. That should be out of the way, I think. I'll put it there. That should be more than out of the way for you guys. All right, so if we look at the Delta thing now, right? So that lap should be logged, I think. 2011, yeah, okay, 2011. And we're going to compare it. So from the original lap, from making 3 changes, we've already gained, what is that, 8/10, right? So you can see how just making a couple changes makes a big difference already. So the 2019, yeah, 2019, that's from completely default setup, no changes, yeah? Oh, lost my YouTube chat box. And like I said, once I'm happy with this, I will then put it in the spreadsheet for you guys so that you can then just go, okay, BMW Spa, make the brake bias this, make it that, and then you'll just have the same setup. So if we look at the Delta now, hello Esendar, how are you? Good to see you. So we're comparing that 201. We can easily get 208 from this alone with medium tires. And then I'll try soft and see if it makes a difference. There might be a slight difference. It might be a little bit lower in quality, but we'll see. So you can see the braking point. If I just focus on, let me just highlight this. This is why I like this app, because I can do this and then it zooms in on that section that I wanted to analyze. So we go on the brakes about the same time. Same thing. In the older lap, you see I'm already 100% on the brakes. Then on the faster lap, I'm actually on 79% by that stage. And then we hit it toward, like after, just a little bit later, we reach 100. So the line is wider. You can see the yellow line, that's the original one that I took in the slower lap. And the wider line now. Let's see. And that was actually slower, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Wait, what's the one? Is it this one? This one. No, it's still saying a 10th down. Or was it the one before? Yeah, okay, here we go. So, oh, actually the 2022 should do it. Yeah, beautiful. So this is the, let's go to the, oh no, we are in the Alanos already. Let's just move it down. So this was that part where I was like, oh guys, I'm 2/10 up or whatever, right? So the brakes, we hit the brakes almost about the same. A little bit earlier, just slightly earlier. And we hit 100 more or less the same. So that's good. Then the line is almost identical because you can see my line and the yellow one, which is the reference. It's pretty much identical, right? Then when we come out of the corner, 1/10 up. Yeah, from coming out the corner. So then if I go back now to the regular ones, if I click that, it should just go. I know we should be able to. If I do that, it should do it. Yeah, okay. And then by the time so this is the Camel, this is a Rouge Radeon. That doesn't seem right because, which one was it then? This one? That's weird because why is it saying that it was red? Because it was showing me as being 2/10 up. 15, was it this one then? Yeah, okay. So yeah, we come out of the first corner, we're 1/10.5 up. And then by the time we get to their comm, it's about, 1/10 up. So you can see how like just changing that brake bias to not lock up the rears when we go hard on the brakes. It didn't matter that we lost a bit of rotation in the corner because it was fine. It was still okay. Like it wasn't enough to be like, oh, this feels like I'm turning a boat. Because you know what happens when you move the brake bias to the front, you get more stopping power on the front, so you can brake a little bit later. But then you get less rotation during the braking because the rear's not coming out as much, right? During the trail braking process. But that's not necessarily always a bad thing because if you sacrifice, it's about making sacrifices, little compromises here and there. I'm compromising a little bit of rotation for the ability to then brake later and harder to then gain more time on the entry, and then the exit ends up being faster anyways. So it's about making those small changes. So now I know, right, from playing with this, I don't have to take a picture or anything, but what I would recommend is if you're in the online practice session and it's going to end, whatever changes you made, take a photo with your phone or snip it with your game or whatever, right? So now I know, and I'll snip it now, going into the setup.
Okay, let's go.
Greg, thank you so much for the follow, brother. So now I know that I want this to be 55. And now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to snip it.
Okay, let's go.
And just snip that. And just to have the picture there, if I have to then like join a new server. Lol Quanta, thank you for the follow, bro. Really appreciate that. So now, but we're still not done, right? I want to do a couple more laps with it the way it is. Just to get that, I know I can get that 2 flat with this now. I know I can because I was 3/10 up on the lap at that stage before. So I'm just going to try it again with the same setup. So we're going to leave it like that now. Now I don't have to change it when I go into the car. So we'll go back into the car now. And I reckon with soft tires, it could probably hit like a mid 2 flat maybe with soft tires. But it just wouldn't be good to do that in the race. Because in the race, after about 4 or 5 laps, you probably see that the car slides around too much because the tires are getting too hot. Let's see the temperature in the track. It's still the same. See, it's still about 20. It's fine. It's a little bit colder than the practice session, but 1 degree shouldn't affect the lap time too much. It might be like a 1/10 or something. It wouldn't be much at all. But see how that's happening with the wheel? It's because the tires are very cold. Okay, so we warm the tires up. And again, I want to see... Like, I feel like I'm not even pushing the car to its limit yet, even with this current setup. Like, it still feels like it's being underdriven a bit. See? No lockup. It's absolutely fine. If I did that then, in the original setup, the car would have spun. Easily. Would have spun from braking that late. Like, we're braking right at the curb, yeah? Whereas in the complete default setup, we're braking before the curb, like around the orange railing, I think it is. And that's because the brake pressure's not at 100%, so you're not getting that optimal brake performance because you're only using 90% of your brakes compared to 100%, right? Yeah, I'll see if I can get I'll see if I can get those 3/10 that I saw before. And then I'll change to soft tires and just see if it's okay for quali. Maybe with soft tires with this kind of a track condition, you might be okay with soft tires for the quali. Definitely not the race though. All good, DC. See you later, brother. Have a good day. Okay, so probably going to need one more lap. Because it's still about 50 degrees. See? Just heavy braking, it's fine. No more issues. Yeah, see, never hit the curb because it just unsettles the car. Let's see how much it goes down by. Still going to 10th. Yeah, it's still about a 10th. It'll drop a bit more because your exit out of that corner affects the entire thing. Like all the way up here, running to the Lecom corner. It'll affect the entire thing. Ash White, thank you for the follow, brother. Appreciate that. But we're still getting to 10th. You can see that. Bit too much speed, but it's okay. Still, yeah, we lost a bit of time there. But it's around the same. Yeah, we're gonna brake at the. We're gonna brake not at the Gazoo sign. We're gonna brake at that. What is it? The light pole, the flag light pole. See, Sector 2 was faster already. It's a purple Sector 2. So the time's there already. See how late we can brake with this thing. A bit too much oversteer there. It was okay. Just went on the throttle a bit too early. C4K, welcome, brother. Three tenths. It's gonna go down. That's pretty good. From one corner, 3 tenths. And that's all thanks to moving the brake bias forward by literally one click. Four tenths. Lost a bit of time there. I braked too early. So lost a tenth there. Oh, a bit too late on the brakes. Gonna lose time there. Yeah, I lost all the time there because I hit the brakes too late. Too early on the turn into. Still wondering if it's worth 75 euros for my second sim racing game. What is your opinion? I really enjoyed it. I haven't played anything else since. Hey Beasted, how are you, brother? So we were 4 tenths up, you saw that, but then I braked a little too late in that Piff Paff corner and lost it all. And then we gained more time there. We gained a tenth in that. Almost a tenth there. Bit slow there. Oh, it's not bad because that's registering as the faster one. So that 3 tenths that we gained, that's in that previous lap now. So we didn't do it too much slower. Too much curb. That'll be yellow, I think. Yeah, this one's invalid, but we still got 2 laps worth. Yeah, we got 2 laps worth. So I'm just going to lift and coast on this one a little bit, just to bring the consumption down. And then I will push on the next lap. Because we already lost the time, so we already invalidated it, so we might as well just stay out because the tires are still cold, but you can't do much with that. Again, it's fixed setup. I think that still during the race, I think that we're gonna see the soft tires get too hot, and I'll show you now. Actually, that's actually a good thing to do now. Okay, we should have enough now for the rest. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, there's one more DLC pack coming out that's included in the season pass. But yeah, going off the previous Delta, we can get a... Wait, it was a 201. So going off the previous Delta, we should be able to get a 2006 or 5, yeah. It was basically 5 tenths we gained. Because we gained 4 tenths in the first sector, and then we gained a tenth in this chicane here. So it's, yeah, we gained 5 tenths in that lap. Okay, let's see how we go. Tires are okay. Thank you for the follow, CPR. I think I went a little bit too late there. But see what I mean? The Delta then goes down a bit because of the entry. It's just, yeah. But we'll try the soft tires after this just to see if they get too hot or not. But I can see already now that the potential of this setup now is a 2006. Or, yeah, technically it's a 2005. But yeah, the 2006, 2005 with this setup already is the potential. That's not a bad time at all, right? That's quite good actually. But default setup, that's really good. I'm just gonna... Alright, we'll do soft tires now, because I already lost the time. I just want to test the soft tires to see how hot they get after the third lap. Because the track's cold, but it's not super cold. So let's just go tires. But this already feels really good. Like I felt pretty confident pushing this car now. Like, I would almost even say, like, this might be good enough now. Like, it's almost done. And it didn't take many changes at all. It was actually quite good. Hey, man, I got LMU last week and also haven't anything since. Got into intermediate yesterday for daily races, and the hypercars are great. Do you have a favorite? BMW. 100% BMW. I follow that car in real life. It's my favorite car in WEC, so that's why I drive it. But they're all super fun. They're all really good. Now, obviously, you can see the grip's a bit better in these soft tires. Yeah, it's just way better grip, but again, it might not be worth it. It's definitely not in the race. I don't think that soft tires are worth it in the race. Because I'm pretty sure that after 4 or 5 laps, their tires get too hot. Yeah, the grip is way less slippy. Like the car's just biting a lot easier, which is good. But yeah, the way I've set the car up now, we know it's already good enough for a 2005. Definitely good enough for a 2005. And you could probably get, if you drove the car on point, I reckon you could get it down to a 2002 or 2003, I think, or a 2004. What do you? How are you, Christian? Good to see you, brother. Like, I might change the roll bars. I might put them down 1 on the front just to make the car turn in at 2-on a little better, because it's getting a bit of understeer. Yeah, you can choose the type of tires. It depends. They're mainly chosen for the track temperature though. It's a bit cold here, so these could be good. So we'll see how it goes. They're still not in the range, so they're still cold, which is good. It was a bad exit, but it's about the same. Yeah, not much. It only went down by 0.017. But we'll see. So for the, I'll show you in a second, it's in the setup menu. For the medium tires, 87. And for these, it's 74 or something. I'll check in a minute. Oh wow, the grip, dude. Insane grip. Oh, I lost a bit of time there for sure. Not too bad, not too bad. I'm gonna brake at that flagpole. Too much curb. It's up, but it's too much curb. If I didn't touch the curb, it would have been really good. They're faster. Look at the delta. They're faster. But they're getting too hot already, see? Hit the curb. Still 5/10. If I didn't hit the curb, it would have been okay. One more lap, maybe? Yeah, see? The setup can do a 2005. It's good. See if I can do the exact same way, but just not screw up the chicane. And we might be able to get it down a bit more. But what you might see now, one more lap should be okay. But in a race, those tires are going to get too hot and the car's going to start sliding around. Oh, too much brake, too much brake. That was very late on the brakes though. That was really late. I just want to see how much time I can gain in Huon and the bus stop chicane. Gain some time there too. Almost a 10th. Gain time there too. About a 10th. That's good. Yeah, it's good. Let's just see what happens if I don't. I'll try not to screw up the chicane. But the tires look 82 degrees. They're getting too hot already. One-tenth. It's about a 10th more. Yeah, 2004. That's good. That's a good time. Like if you're doing that in your splits, that you're gonna be up the top, towards the top. Like I'd say top 5. If it's like split 1 with like if you're doing it in European time, you might be like you might see them get 159s, maybe. But that's good. That's really good. So that like honestly, I'll try anti-roll bar. I'll try lower the anti-roll bar, but that felt really good. I don't know if the anti-roll bar would change that much to the point where it might make the car more sketchy. So for cold weather, you use more softer compound for... Yes, correct. So if we look at the tires here, so the optimal tire temperature for mediums is 87 degrees. The optimal tire temperature for soft tires is 76. Nah, basic. This is completely basic, Devico. All basic. And then for hards, 94 degrees. So all it is if you do it through practice, like we saw the tires there, they were reaching. Actually, does the let me see, does the Delta app show? Let me have a look. What does the fixed mean? Grumpy, it means that you can't change many things in the setup. All you can change is the in-car stuff. So all you're allowed to change is the traction control, the brake pressure and the brake migration and the bias. So these are all things you can change in the car, right? Pedal force has to be done in the setup menu, but you can do that in fixed race. But you can't change any of this. You can't change your suspension. You can't go dampers. Can't change like toe. You can change anti-roll bar because that's an in-car adjustment. So basically it forces everyone to use essentially the same setup to try and make the race as even as possible. But 158A was the quickest I saw. Is that with fixed? I believe it. But like, yeah, like I was saying, it forces everyone to use the same setup, right? So that people who are like using esports setups, they don't get like an advantage over people who are like, you know, new to the game. It tries to make everyone around the same kind of pace. But obviously, the way it works with in-car adjustments is you can still make a lot of changes here, right? So this is good. I've already taken a snip of this. And like I said, I'm going to put this in the in a spreadsheet for you guys, and I'll put it on the LMU Discord. And over time, I'll do more of these streams, and then I will, like the list will grow with all the cars, all the tracks eventually. So I'll do all the BMW ones first, and then I'll do the like other cars, yeah? But, okay, so I don't know, 58.8 seems a bit too quick on fixed, to be honest with you. Like, if you look at the leaderboard should be about the same. Hey, Tyson. The leaderboard should be... I'll show you the leaderboard, right? That's with them using fuel, but at the same time, the way it works is if you guys check out our... how much time do you reckon you can gain with fixed setup with small changes? Well, I'll show you here. So we just did a... Well, with the... Let's incorporate... Well, even with the medium tires, it was about the same, right? Because I gained... If you saw the Delta with medium tires... The Delta, it was about 5/10 in one lap that we gained, but then I screwed up that corner because I braked too late. So I lost those 4/10, right? But it'll be about a 2005, I would say, with the medium tires. So you can see that the pace doesn't change too much. It's more that you choose the tires for the temperature on the track. So if it's cold, you can see that these soft tires, they were good right away. But what we saw is that they were starting to reach 80 degrees. And if you look at here, and I'll show you in a second, Pooch. He did it in a Porsche. BMW still gets pretty decent lap time, but Porsche, in fixed setup, probably be a bit faster, because Porsche is quite good around here at Spa. Then you should lower the PSI. That should be with the lowest already. Yeah, it's already the lowest PSI. It's not that. That's not what it is. The soft tires, they just always, at the moment... The way that soft tires, this is the same in real life too. These guys use soft tires when the track's really cold, like in the middle of the night. We're talking like, 10 degrees or whatever. And I did the testing already. If you guys check out our, it's in the LMU Discord too, the actual official LMU Discord. It's there. I did like over 400 laps or something to test how the tires are different, and even in cold temperatures. The medium tires were still better than the softs. That needs to be tweaked a little bit. I don't know if it's been changed in this yet. But yeah, like what happens is once you start to go over this optimal temperature, your lap times, you never get that same fast lap time again. The lap times just keep going down slowly. They become inconsistent. But if you keep the optimal temperature at what it's supposed to, if you keep your tires temperature at the optimal or a bit lower, the time should start to actually get faster as your fuel goes down. Remember, you can only change, yes, it's TC, ABS, brake pressure, brake bias, anti-roll bars, and I'll show you that in a second. But look here, right? So this lap time here, you guys can see that. That was with the complete default setup. So no changes. No, you can't use paid setups in Hypercar Fix. That's what I'm saying. Hypercar Fix, you have to use the default setup. It makes everyone use the default setup. The only thing you can do is change those in-car adjustments. Like, I'll show you. Yeah. So this 2019, that was with default setup, no changes. So it was like, I've snipped this already, haven't I? Just make sure. Where's my snip? Yeah, I've snipped it. That's the changes I made, right? So that was with everything on default. So if we go here, so the brake pressure was at 95%. The brake migration was at 1% to the front, and the brake bar was at 46. The car, I could not brake as late as I wanted to. The car just felt crap, yeah, to drive. And the lap time we got, again, was a 2019, and that was with 9 liters of fuel. But then we just got even there. See, there it is there. 2005, yeah, more or less. That's with 16, that's with more fuel than what we had. You see the difference it makes? That's a difference of, what is that? 1.4 seconds. A difference. Just from literally doing this. All we did was this. Maximum brake pressure. Maximum brake migration to the front. 1 click. Sorry, other way around. 1 click forward on the brake bars. That's all I did, and I literally gained 1.5 seconds. So that shows you how much. That's how you see on the leaderboard. So if we look at this now, right? Again, like I said, the way it works, even during a race with medium tires, the temperature won't go over that. It shouldn't go over that 80. Is it 87? 84? 87. The temperature shouldn't go over that 87 really, right? In a cold track like this. You will see the lap times go down in the medium tires. It'll almost be like you're doing quali lap. So you'll still see these guys doing 200, like as the fuel goes down, you'll see them doing 2007, 2005, 2002 for the really fast guys, or like, let's take a look at it actually. We'll take a look at the leaderboard here. So I've snipped that, and I'll come back in and I'll try the anti-roll bars. I just want to show you. What is this and brake bias? I thought it was the same option. No. So again, if you look up our Hypercar beginner guide, there's an episode on it there, which explains everything, right? It explains the brake migration. What the brake migration is as you go hard on the brakes, like the more you go on the brake, the more that the brake bias moves forwards automatically, right? Then as you release the brake pedal, the brake bias will then move backwards automatically. It's the same thing as you moving your brake bias while slamming the brakes down, right? You can't do that, obviously, manually. That's too hard. Like, how are you going to do that? But that's why the car does this for you automatically. Maybe just find the episode, Hugo, and post it in chat. That might help. Yeah. If you enter a race, it says fix it up, what you can change. I'll show you now. So if we go in here, I just don't know if my thing's still bugged or not. So if we look at the, yeah, only hypercars have brake migration. Only hypercars have that.
Okay.
And only, Jan Hansen, thank you for the sub on YouTube, brother. And only hypercars can change the anti-roll bar from inside the car during the race. So if we go to intermediate, let's take a look at the leaderboard, right? Let's take a look. We're not done with the setup yet. And like I said, once I'm finished, if there's time, I'll enter a race, right? So leaderboard, 2002. And what that is, it's still them. They're on the medium tire, right? And this is why the medium tire is better. Because like I said, I did the testing. As you get less fuel in the tank, even though your tires are wearing out, the lap times still drop, yeah? Because the medium tire, it's not going over the optimal. The one thing you don't want to do is go over the optimal temperature. So in this case, in the medium tire, it's 200. Sorry, in the medium tire, it's 87 degrees, right? I like to try a race in Hypercar, but I'm afraid to ring up people race. Just drive in single player first. Just drive in single player first. You feel comfortable, then enter the race, yeah? So, what was I saying? Yeah, so as long as the medium tire is not going over that 87 degrees too much, like if it goes like 90 degrees, it's okay. Like that's okay. But if you're going like 95 degrees, you're going to see the lap times drop and you'll never hit that fastest lap again that you were getting in the first 3 laps of the stint, first 3 or 4. It'll always just go red on your delta because the tires are getting too hot, right? That's why you can see Kevin Sakari here, even though towards the end of the race, he's using medium tires. But like I said, because the medium tires are staying under the optimal temperature, their lap times are getting faster and faster because the fuel goes down. So you can see we're not far off, right? It's like, I did that in quali. If you factor in some of the tire wear, I reckon in quali he would have done a 59, let's say 59.8. I reckon 59.8, 59.7. Yeah, maybe with the fix setup. It's not that much. And Kevin Sakari is like a full alien esports driver. Like, he's very fast, very, very fast. Because you can see by making a few changes, we're not that far off them. Yeah. And then it just comes down to making more changes if you want. Just practicing with that same setup. Just keep doing the laps. Yeah, keep doing the laps. So let's see here. I'll go back in the lobby. I'm gonna try anti-roll bar now. Yeah, I'm scared to try Hypercar, but if I like it, then GT3 not that good either. Like I said, just try it. Watch the Hypercar guide series. It teaches you everything that you need to know. You're gonna, by the time you finish watching even 2 episodes, you'll be fine. Once overheated tire, rarely. Yes, rarely. And like I said, that the way it works is, this is a scenario where your tires get hot. Yeah. Just say you're using medium tire. Because I did the testing. It's all in that. There's a video I made called How Tires Work in Le Mans Ultimate for the Hypercar specifically. And it shows you all the testing. I did full stints, right, to show you.
Okay, let's go.
Sevia, thank you so much for the follow, brother. Hey, do you know why people don't touch tire pressure settings? It's just an R factor 2 thing. I don't know if that'll get changed in the future, but right now you make them as low as possible and you keep them there. That's just the way it is at the moment. It's an R factor 2 thing. So what I found the testing was, right? Like, let's just say you take, let's just say that the track is hot, right? You take medium tires, and let's just say that's too hot for medium tires, right? By the time you reach lap 3, it was like a 2:01.5, for example, yeah, and that was with a full tank of fuel. So 2:01.5. Then as the tires got hot, I was never able to do, like, as they went over 87 degrees, I was never able to do a 2:01.5 ever again for the rest of that stint. Even though the fuel went down to like 10 liters, I still couldn't do 2:01.5 again, right? Because the tires got too hot and I was never able to keep that consistency anymore. Because the tires start to slip a lot. Yeah, the temperature is everything. But then when I did it on a cold track, I think it was like around this 20 degrees. At the start of the stint, by lap 3, it was like a 2:01. I think it was a 2:01.6 because it was a bit colder, 2:01.7. But then by the end of the stint, I got the lap time. I had like, I think it was like 10 liters left or whatever. But even so, as the stint went on, the lap time's going lower and lower. Like, it was constant 2:01s the whole time. And then as the fuel got about half a tank, started to do 2:00. 2:00.9, 2:00.8, and then by the end of it, it was like 2:00.7 or something. So even though the tires were worn out, because the temperature of the tire was below the optimum temperature, the consistency was there, and that's what keeping your tires in the optimal zone does in this game. It gives you consistent performance. You might get an initially slower lap time in the first 3 laps compared to if you was a hotter track, like if the temperatures were hotter. But the laps will then stay consistent. Because if you get the tires too hot, after you do the first fastest lap, the next lap will be like 5/10 slower, 6/10 slower, then 1 second slower. Then if the tires get really hot, like 1.5, it just goes to shit. Like the stint just gets really, really bad. And that's why if the track is too hot and you're using medium tires, you might want to think about using hard tires, because then that consistency will come back. You might get initially slower lap times. Like, you might not get, a 2:01.5 with a full tank using the hard compound, because obviously the hard compound has less grip. But what you'll see is that in a very hot track, like a 40-degree track, the lap times still stay consistent, like within 5/10 of each other, because the tire is not going over the optimal temperature. Does that make sense? That was a lot of talking. So let's go back and check the anti-roll bar, see if making those changes does anything to it. And then by the time I've finished that, if there's a hypercar race coming up soon, then I'll do the hypercar race, yeah? But I'm almost happy with this. Like, we could probably make it a little more twitchy to try and get Kevin's time, but then the car might become a little bit too sketchy. And I want it, like, that feels good. The way I have it right now feels really good. Like, you can probably go in there and push, feel confident, and get those similar times yourself, yeah? So let's just, everything should be the same. Let's have a look. I'll just check the weather. 8 p.m. Yeah, it's all the same. Okay, so we'll go back in there. But do you see how literally a few clicks just made the lap time go down by 1.5? Because the car just became easier to drive. And a lot of that time actually came from the brake pressure, right? So we'll make those changes again. I already know them off by heart, but again, we have our snip here. We've got this here. So we go here. This is the high mode setup, so let's just make sure we load up the Le Mans one. If you've got like another setup assigned, so automatically loads. If you ever want the fixed setup, click the Le Mans Ultimate sign. That will change it over. Yeah. So we'll go back to mediums, because I'm telling you now, don't use. You saw the temperature; it was hitting 80 degrees in a cold track. So trust me, use mediums for the race. Don't use softs. It's a bad idea. And I can show you. Actually, I'll show you. I'll show you. Okay, let's go with our clicks here. I'm a win stream. Thank you, Mazino, bro. So go 100%. Make this 2.5. 2.5 in the BMW on the front is mega. It's so good. Like it doesn't affect it too much. I think Imola I had to go for 2.0 because it was the fronts were locking heaps. Again, it depends from track to track. You're just gonna have to do the testing. But that's why I'm making this spreadsheet for you, that you don't necessarily have to do the testing anymore. You can just open the spreadsheet and go, okay, Alex did this, this, and this. I do this, this, and this, and then it should work the same. Okay, so let's see here. What did I change? This 55. Okay, so let's change the roll bar. So in the when you join a fixed lobby, all of this will be grayed out. Yeah, this will be grayed out. All of this will be grayed out. The tape will be grayed out. Sorry, the tape will. All this will be grayed out. You can't change any of this. This will be great. I'm changing it here, right? But in the game, it'll be grayed out when you join the fix server. But when you open the MFD, you can change it. Actually, I won't do it in here. I'll do it in the car for you. So keep this TC7 in the BMW is good. You can put update if you want, but if you got good throttle control, TC7's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, let's go back into the car, and I'll change the roll bar there. So you go to change the roll bar, go into electronics, and then scroll down. You got it there. See, front ARB, rear ARB. Same as your traction. You can change all your traction controls here.
Okay,
Obli, thank you so much for the follow, brother. So I'm gonna I want the car to turn in a bit more, because the part where I'm not liking right now is the understeer that I get coming into Puon, right? The fast left-hander. It's a trait of this car to get understeer there. You can try and reduce it a bit. So I'm gonna make the anti-roll bar. Actually, let me just reset the car because the tires are a bit cold. And I think, were they soft? You know, make it medium. Just don't use soft for the race. Trust me, don't do it. It's a bad idea. Okay, so we're going to make the roll bar P2, so down one. Making it lower on the front gives the car more turn in, like it makes the car turn in more. But then it can affect the rear where you might get... Oh, fuel. Thank you. Sorry, brother. Thank you, Obli. What was it? 20 liters. Yeah, it was 20 liters. Thank you, Obli. No, lower is looser. And this is another weird thing. I've found that on the rear ARB, higher is stiffer and lower is looser, which affects the rear RB. But then in some other cars, other hypercars, higher is looser on the rear and lower is stiffer. I don't know if it's a BMW thing, But yeah, that's just the way it seems. But consistently across all the hypercars, lower front is looser, higher is stiffer, yeah? So we're going to go down just one, P2, yeah? Because I want some more turn in, a little bit more turn in on Puon. So we've got medium tires. Then what I'll do is I'll put the fuel in for you, and I'll show you how the lap times differ by using soft tires and medium tires, and you'll see what I mean about the lap times, yeah? But this is good. I enjoy this. Like I'm happy to do this for you guys for every track with every car eventually, because this is going to help you guys, right? So we'll warm the tires up. So we'll just we'll get the tires warm and then see how we go. And yeah, you'll notice that it's easy to lock up the medium tires because, again, less grip, so easier to lock up. That's just the way it works. And the car feels a bit less snappy, like you feel less grip through the corners. Also because it's cold and you're using medium tires. But like I said, they end up being better than soft tires during the race. Hey, all good. All good, lady. No problem. Is it Vladislav? Hey, just let me know how you want me to say your name. So let's just get the tires warmed up. Yeah, I'm using it. I'm using Coach Dave as well. Yeah, the Delta app. I do kind of excuse me. I do still prefer TRAK Titan. Obviously, I'm affiliated with TRAK Titan, but the problem with TRAK Titan right now is they don't support LMU, so I get no use out of it because I only drive LMU, so I have to use the Coach Dave app. Vlad? Okay, awesome. No worries, Vlad. So the roll bar is down to 1 click now, so we're going to see if it helps. It might make the car too sketchy in the slower corner, so we'll see. So we probably need one more lap. Like usually the soft tires are good to go after 1 lap, like they're in the range, more or less. And medium tires need 2 to 3, depending on how cold it is. Tiny pedal? Yeah, tiny pedal's good. But this is all race labs. What you're seeing here, that's all race lab. But I just put the bare minimum stuff because I just don't want to have too much crap on the screen. I don't like to have too much clutter on the screen. So again, let's see what happens. And I'll use soft tires too. But I think for quali, I think use the soft tires, guys, for quali on this for this week. This week's almost over, but yeah, I think use soft tires for the quali because it's if you just do it in like 4 laps, I think you'll be okay. I think the 4th lap should still be fast as well. But past that, you're going to start to see things go bad. See, the car turns a bit better there, but it's still cold tires. But that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to get more turn in on that Puon corner. That's the only reason why I've changed the roll bars there. But see, the car might become looser now because I played with the roll bar here. It might become a bit too loose now in Piff Paff, which was those S corners. So we're going to have to see what happens, right? Maybe it's not worth it. That's the whole point. You make one change, like you change it by 1 click, see if it's better. If it's not better, put it back. If it is, keep it. It's all just little changes, and it's all just like process of elimination, basically. Technically, I should use the soft tires now. It's quali fuel, but whatever, it's fine. Ooh, a bit of understeer. That was definitely slow, so we'll see what happens. I don't think that was good. Is there manual energy deploy? Yeah, it's there, motor map. And all it does is affect the amount of fuel that you consume per lap. I could probably show you that actually. It's not gonna, making the battery deploy more, it's not going to make the car faster. It doesn't do that. It just makes you use less fuel. Nice turn in. But see, it feels looser now. So this is where changing the front anti-roll bar affects the car negatively. It makes the car less responsive on the front, right? So you'll get that initial turn in for Puon, it'll be fine. But then when if you have like Lecon, if you want to go left, right, the car is sluggish doing that. So it might not be worth it. It might just be worth saying, you know what? I'm getting understeer and Puon. Just leave it. It's not worth making the changes to the roll bar for it. But let's just see. But look at the turn. The turn-in's good. Like it turns in initially. But any kind of turns in quick succession, that's where a looser front anti-roll bar is at a disadvantage because it becomes sluggish when you try and change direction from left to right, right to left in quick succession. The car's not as pointy, basically. But let's just see. I might use soft tires just because it's the laps are just, the tires just feel a bit better. So yeah, it feels loose in the bus stop, and I don't like that. What I can do though is make the rear anti-roll bar go up, but it still might not fix it, right? Bit too much. Let me just go soft tires because we're just doing it for quali. 1 second. Just gonna change to soft tires, guys, because they just get going a bit more, and I can just see the issues straight away. And then I can put the race fuel. And then after this, once I'm happy with the setup, I'll put the race fuel in with mediums and I'll show you how the lap times differ, yeah? Hey Joseph, how are you, brother? Good to see you. Alright, so about 4 laps, right? And look at, I'll put the temp. Oh, actually, I've got to change the roll bar, don't I? Yeah, P2 on the roll bar. See, like, I can do that flat on the soft tires straight away because they're kind of just good to go quite quickly. So just look at the temperatures, right? I'll leave the temperatures up there. So what was it? 74? It was 74 for the soft tires. And you'll see how after about 3 laps, they start to heat up too much. Or 3 or 4 laps. Yeah, see, there's a lot more grip with these. If the track was hotter, in quali, I would say use medium tires. But I think this temperature is okay for soft tires. You just won't be able to get like 5 laps. You probably just get 3 or 4, maybe 4. See, it's cold tires. It's cold tires, so let's just see. The turn-in is there, though. Like the original, see, the car just turns in a bit easier, kind of thing. But then in the chicanes, I'll probably lose time. See how it turns in a lot nicer there? Because the roll bar is looser, so it's got that initial turn-in. So we'll see if it makes a difference. Hey, no problem, Dinny. I'm glad you're enjoying them, brother. And thank you for tuning in today. Oh, it's not too bad. It's actually not too loose. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Maybe 1 click down is okay. Oh, bit of a drift. Bit too late on the brakes. Good to hear, Joe. And obviously, when you do that corner, try not to turn the wheel too much. You shouldn't have to turn it too much. It's fairly easy in these hypercars. Oh yeah, it's not bad. Bit more turn in there, but I was a bit too late on the brakes. Well, it's okay. Yeah, good turn in. That was like, that one click on the roll bar. See how it just met the ape? It was really good. Bit slow on that exit though. That unsettled the car a bit too, but that's alright. Let's see how it goes with the chicane. It's about the same, but I made mistakes though. But what is that? I made mistakes, so maybe it is faster. Maybe it is. Let's see. Have I got? Yeah, I got 2 more laps. I'll try and get the first corner right in the next one. So maybe it's faster having the anti-roll bar down 1 click. Because I think we gained a lot of time in the Puon section there. If you start to run out of NRG, is there something you can do to save the consumption? Yeah, lift and coast. I can show you that here actually, can't I? You do lift and coast to make it last longer. That's the only way you can do it. So changing your battery won't do anything. Like changing the battery deployment will do nothing to make your virtual energy drain slower. It's purely just your pace on the track. So just lifting and coasting will make it last longer. And these cars have a built-in system to help guide you through the lift and coast process. Like they tell you exactly when to do it, and I'll show you that as well. Yes, look at the turn in, man. That's so, like, it's less understeer, but this corner felt a bit more sketchy, piff-paff, because it's like left and right. Like it wasn't bad, but here on the direction chain, see it's a bit loose. That's because the front roll bar is a bit on the loose side, so it's not, the car's not as responsive on the front anymore now. But I don't know, maybe the time we gain from that, maybe it's okay. Let's see. So the tire's already getting hot, right? So 78 degrees, so we might not be able to get a faster lap time from this one. I might have to reset the car, but let's just see what happens. See that the front's already hitting 79 degrees. Let me just see if I can get this corner right here. Bit of a lock-up, it's okay. Yeah, too narrow. But it's still up, it's still green, but it was too narrow. We can get lower on these, yeah, we can definitely get lower. I reckon there's like at least 2 tenths. I might keep this roll bar change. I think the car feels okay. Yeah, we got, nah, there's more time here. There's definitely more time. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think we're gonna keep the roll bar change. This was good. This was definitely good. That was at 2 tenths for a second there. All right, let me just, I wanna see how much I can get out of it. Let me reset the car. I think we can get it lower, guys. There's definitely more time in this. Okay, so roll bar, front roll bar, we make P2. So again, when you do the Hypercar fix race, you have to change it from the car. You can't do it in the setup menu, it won't let you. Because it has to block out the whole page. It can't just allow you to do one thing. No key to reset. Oh, that's an iRacing thing, isn't it? Where it like rewinds or something. How should read the tire model in the bottom right? It's like, what's Grumpy Cat's question? In the bottom right corner, is green optimal temp and blue red? Yeah, so green is, it just goes by there. So green is like, it's just warm, it's good. Hot means it's getting too hot, and blue means it's cold. And then the brakes are also there as well. But that's just showing you what's happening to your tire in the bottom right. That's showing you what's happening to your tires in any given moment. But what's more important is the tire widget here. That's more important because you want to see that the core temperature. So that widget in the right hand side, that's the carcass, the outer shell of the tire. That's the temperature of that. But then that in the one in the MFD, that's the temperature of the core of the tire, which is more important. Like obviously you don't want that going red, but if as in the tire carcass, if it goes red, it goes red. Like it is what it is. Yeah. What's more important is the core. You want to try and keep that. Not, you can go above the optimal, but not by much. I would say like 5 degrees maximum. Alright, let's see how we go. But yeah, with that roll bar change, there's more time in this, definitely. I still can't get, I'm still not good at that. Is there a calendar like in IRL? No. They do it 1 week beforehand. So they put the calendar up 1 week beforehand. They used to do an Instagram post of it too, but I think they've stopped using the Instagram. So just to ARB for M4, I mean the GT3, you can't change that in the fixed setup anyways. Oh my god, look at this dude, it feels so good to drive. This setup is so good now, I love it. Like that feels really good right now, guys. It's just like kind of gliding, it's really good. I don't know if touching that curb is good though. On the outside there. Oh, mega. I lost time because I touched the curb, but look at the turn-in is so good now. Ah, too late on the brakes. The delta was up too with mistakes, so yeah, there's more time here. I reckon if we do it perfect, I reckon we can get a 159. These tires might be too hot. This is what I mean. You're taking a risk with soft tires because it doesn't take long for them to start overheating and then the lap times go to shit. So like, you've probably got 3, maybe 4 laps in qualifying for this. So I think soft tires are okay for qualifying. But you'll see the car will start to get sketchy. Let's see, they're still okay. They're not like crazy over the limit. Nah, too late on the brake. I think it's the patch of dirt. It's not the total energy sign, I think now. Let's go back. It's, yeah, you gotta brake at the total energy sign. I mean, before the total energy sign. If you reach the total energy sign, you go on the brakes, you've gone too late. Mate, it's really fun, Cat. It's really fun. Trust me. Really good. But yeah, I haven't driven the GT3s a lot yet. But yeah, I know that you can't change the anti-roll bars in the fixed setup in those races. Hypercar, you can do it, but that's the only Hypercar that can do it. But yeah, once I've done this, I just want to see how fast we can get it, right? Once I've done that, I think once I've done that this change, I think I'm happy with it. I don't think we need to make any more changes. Like, this is good lap time already. I after now, I will go to like race fuel, and I'll show you how what the difference is between medium and soft, and how the temperature and the lap times change. Yeah. But yeah, I'm happy to do this for you guys every week for the new track. I'll do BMW first, and then once BMW's done, then I'll start doing the other cars for you one by one. I think it might be better to stick with the one car the whole time rather than so BMW first, then I'll do another car, maybe Porsche or something, then another car after I've done it for all the tracks. The list will develop slowly for you guys. But yeah, one thing that does help with the soft tires is don't overdrive them too hard on the first lap, because that way you might get the extra fourth lap out of it without them getting too hot. Just depends. Again, the faster lap times you do, the hotter you're going to make your tires, so there's only so much that you can do with that, right? So the temperatures. And I'll show you the fuel consumption too, like how it's different with the battery deployment. Yeah, we can brake nice and late there, that's good. Alright, so we've got to brake a little bit earlier than the total energy board. A bit early, I think, on the turn-in. But it's about the same, it's not too bad. A little bit too narrow. Yeah, wasn't as fast as that last lap, but it's fine. Bit too slow, I think, here. Yeah, a bit too slow. It's 1/10 already. Good. And I did it the track a bit slower, so I made mistakes. Yeah, I think we'd make the roll bar too. Okay. Screwed up the exit. Too much speed, but it's still faster. Oh, I can't get that corner right. I keep braking too late, too long. Did you say overall the changes you make on the HUD 1.5 seconds faster? Yes. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna try this. We can get better than that. Let me just reset the car. You can see the time. It's there. You know what I mean? Like I did in that lap, I did the first corner bad. I did Lecom worse than that other one because the delta was only 0.2 up in that other one. So, like, the times here, like, we can probably get it down to a 2:01 or something, maybe. So, yeah, I think roll bar 2 is good. Front roll bar 2 is good. Hey, all good, Magic. No problem, brother. Glad you, congratulations on your result as well. That was a good one. Okay, P2. Let's try it again. I think I will leave the setup the way it is now. I think that's good. I just want to see if I can get the lap time a bit lower, just for me, just to see if I can do it. And then I'll show you guys how it, like the race fuel and the difference in time. But that's not a bad time at all. 2004. If you do that in Hypercar Fix, you're going to place high on the grid. Trust me on that one. That's not slow at all. Yeah, I think I went on the brakes a bit too late in that last time. That's why I lost that time. But it's a big change, isn't it, guys? You saw from that 2019 with the default setup, no changes, to a 2004. It's a big change from just a couple clicks in the setup menu, isn't it? Yeah, we need to take that more confident because the car's turning in nicely there now. Just want to make sure we don't overdrive the car too much here. I hate those guardrails. They're not realistic at all. And they just get in the way, like they just distract you. They really need to try and do something with that because that doesn't feel real at all, those guardrails. Hey Redex, oh thank you brother. Good on you mate. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. Okay, let's see how we go. We went nice and late on the brakes that last time, but that was good. Crowa, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I think I braked a little too early, but it's okay. The Delta's alright, it's about the same. Not too shabby. I think I was a bit slow here though. Yeah, I turned the wheel a bit too much. That's fine, it's not gonna affect the lap in general. Let's see how we go here. One-tenth more or less, yeah. Look at the Delta. Look at the Delta, boys. Dude, oh my god. That's so good. Ah, I screwed up. I screwed up. No. Too late. I lost it. 2/10. You see that? Okay, let's cool the tires down a little bit here. Go for the next lap. I told you we can get more time out of it. That would have been a 2022. Okay, they're a bit hot. We just let them cool down a bit. Yeah, because I might not have gone hard enough on the brakes actually. Hey Slim, how are you, bro? Okay, let's see how we go this time. It's there. See, I'm telling you, it's there. We can do it. Okay, it's about the same. Good to hear, Mr. Slim. Good to hear. Hopefully the tires aren't too hot. They're okay. Should be alright. Oh, too much. Oh, it's okay. Too late on the brakes. Okay. Well, I'm going to try one more time, but we know it's faster. We know that roll bar on down one click is faster already because you saw that Delta. That was going to be a 2002, which is a good time. It's a good time. So let's just try one more time. I just want to see the time, but yeah, we'll see. If we don't get it this one, we know already it's faster. If we don't get it this one, then I'll just go on to the race fuel and just show you that stuff. But this is where the practice is, right? You got to try and push the limit and see how late you can brake, and that's how you get the time down. Driving on the limit is literally on the limit. Like, it feels like it's on the limit. Like, any more and then you're going to lock up. You want to show the lift and coast? Yes, I will do that as well. Don't worry. I will do that as well, Jimmy. So I'm just going to do this one more attempt, but I'm happy with the setup now. Anti-roll bar 2 was the way to go on the front. It didn't impact the these corners too much. I feel like every time I get a good delta, I mess up. Yeah, you don't want to. I'm the same too. I watch the delta and I get excited, and then that's what. It's like the best thing to do is ignore the delta, but I can never ignore it because it's just right there in the top corner for me. I can't help it. But yeah, if you get this lap time, guys, like, you're going to do really well in your Hypercar fixed races. Like, apart from, like, Mega Split 1, where you're racing against, like, Michi Hoyer and stuff, if they're doing it, you'll probably be up the front with a 2004 or a 2005, even a 2008. If you're just normal, like you know, bronze, silver, whatever, you're probably up the front with that kind of a time. So this setup, the changes we made are good. So once I'm finished tonight, I'll put it in the spreadsheet for you, and then I'll mention it in the LMU Discord, the spreadsheet, and then over the next few weeks, I'll start populating it with every car, every track for you guys. Okay, one more try. Nah, wasn't. Oh, it wasn't bad. We gained more speed on entry, but now it's going down on the exit. You know what I mean? It's a very weird corner. Like, it's, yeah, but the delta's still kind of up, so it's not bad. But we've lost it now. See, basically we've lost it by the end of the Camel Straight. I think the tires are still a little bit cold. Bit slower. Hey Zeke, thank you so much for the membership on YouTube, bro. Really appreciate your support. Absolute legend. Enjoy your steering wheel icon. But see, Sector 2's purple now, right? If I can gain a bit more time here, I don't know. Nah, too late on the brakes. I got too greedy. That's okay. Go over here. Try again. Should have about 2 more laps left. Yeah, about 2 more laps. See? You avoid the apex and look at the delta. It's going up. Does that make... Yeah, it's a really weird corner. Really weird corner. I've got flat spots too, I can feel already. That's the other thing with soft tires, you get flat spots really easily. Hit slow. Lost it. Lost it. The tires are starting to get hot though, that's why. The Delta. We might be able to get some more out of the chicane, we'll see. But yeah, I can feel the flat spots and the tires are getting too hot now. This is what I was saying, that the times start to go down. Because you can't brake as late as you want anymore because the tires are getting too hot. About the same. The time's there. There's 2:10s there, for sure. Absolutely, there's 2:10s there, without a doubt. I'm happy with that setup now. That's good. Hey, no problem, Yasin. My pleasure, brother. Yeah, virtual energy's like, at the start, it's like, what's going on with this? But it's actually, when you look at it, it's actually a lot simpler than you think. Okay, so I'm happy with this setup. So like I said, I will snip it. Well, I have the snip. Yeah, it's just ROLLBAR 2. Yeah. And then I will I'll make a Google document and it'll be Spa, then BMW. And then I will write down the changes to make, like what each one should be for what we did. And then that way, when the next time you have a Spa race, a Spa fixed race, you can just open the spreadsheet and go, okay, I'm driving the BMW. That's what he did. Okay, I'll put this in my car and you'll have the exact same setup. Yeah. That's good. There is at least a 2022 there. A 2002 there for sure. Absolutely there is. Okay, so let's do the fuel now. Now I think with fuel, oh man, I'm hot. Just 1 second, guys. Let me get some water. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to show you what happens with the lap times with soft tires, and then what happens with the lap times with medium tires, right? So we'll use soft tires first. Now, from memory, for the Hypercar fixed race, it's about, I think it's about 56 liters from memory. I'm pretty sure it's 56. We're just going to do 56. It's about 4 liters per lap the BMW uses. So 22 minutes is about 10 laps. Yeah, 56. Yeah, maybe 11 laps. So yeah, 56, I'd say. Oh yeah, and obviously final. Where's my Coach Dave thing to show you guys? So final lap time 2004. Again, it is a 20. It's for sure it's a 2002. I know it is because we saw the Delta there. It was good, but yeah, compare that to the. Where's my old lap time? 2019. So that's with... Just drag this down for you. So that's with 9 liters of fuel in the tank. Complete default setup, 2019. And then this is with 16 liters in the tank, 2004. So you can see the difference that it makes. Just a few clicks, right? Okay, so let me just put some fuel in the car now. We've done that. Okay, so we're going to do soft tires. Oh, I'll show you the lap target system before I do that. I'll leave it like this. And I'll show you the lap target system. So so the lap target system is inside the electronics menu. So you go to the electronics menu, it should be right down the bottom there, lap target system. And what it does is it takes, like we all know this already, right? Most of us is, we know that the virtual energy bar will last on average a certain amount of laps, right? At any track. Like, for example, at Spa, the full virtual energy bar will last about 22 to 21 laps. Yeah, it depends on how fast you are. Like if you're doing like 201s, right, with race fuel, you're probably only going to get 21 laps out of your virtual energy bar. But if you're doing 202 or 203s, then you'll probably get 22 laps, maybe 23. Because again, the slower you're driving, the longer it's lasting. Because the less energy you're consuming, the less like fuel you're using, the less energy you're consuming because you're driving the car slower, right? So what you can do is, like, say for example, you know that the way you drive your car, you're going to last 22 laps at Spa. But you might say, I want to make sure that I last 24 laps. So what you can do is you can use this lap target system and you can go, hey, I want to last plus 2 laps. So 22 plus 2 is 24. So this is what happens now, right? I'm going to turn the UI off because in the BMW it's hard to see it with the UI on. See the LED bar on the left-hand side and the right-hand side of the center console of the car, okay? So just pay attention to these. What the car will do is it'll tell you when to start lifting and coasting in order to reach your target goal, right, of 2 extra laps. So it'll probably start working now. It should, because we only have 56 liters or whatever in the tank, I think. So it should start working, right, automatically. And what we'll do is I'll ignore it for the first lap, and then once we get going, then we'll start. And usually it takes your, usually it takes your average lap time. What is the best tire for Hypercar fixing dailies? Medium tire, pretty much all the time. I think I'm using soft right now, but yeah, medium tire. This is just for the practice. The tire's not important right now. So what you'll see is, watch the LEDs. They will start to light up to tell me, hey, get ready to lift and coast. See, like that. When the lights go off, that's when you lift, right? So again, I'm just going to ignore them on this one, but it will tell me every corner. So what I want you to do is look at that right side LED, the one on the right side, and look at the brake and the throttle, yeah? You see brake and throttle? I want you to see when I lift, okay? So look at the LED strip on the right side and look at the throttle application, okay? So I'll do one lap and ignore it, and then I'll do it on the next lap, okay? But it will happen before every corner that it wants you to lift. And what it'll try and do is get you to lift as much as possible at the start of the stint so you can get it all done, and then you can start pushing for the rest of the stint. So again, I'm just going to ignore it for now, and then on the next lap I'll do it. But basically the way it works is, if you follow this thing as much as possible, like every corner, it'll make you last exactly how long you want to last, right? About tire slip setting, I've seen your video about TC, but I forgot every time. Higher number. The higher number allows less slip to occur. Alright, so from this next lap, I'll show you. We'll ignore the first corner though, because the first corner kind of appears. So you see that as the lights are filling up, you'll see them fill up now. It's saying get ready. And then once the lights go out, then you lift. So when the lights go out, then you lift. Don't do it while the lights are going on. So we'll do it from the rest of this lap. And then I'll do one whole lap to show you what it looks like. Okay, so we're coming up to the first corner. It's going to tell us when to lift, right? So 3, 2, 1, lift. See, that's all it is. That's all it is. And whenever I see it pop up, I just listen to it. Again. Watch the throttle bar there, yeah? Watch how the throttle bar disappears as the purple lights go out, always. I think, will it happen for Puon? I can't remember. No, it doesn't happen for Puon. Because the car kind of just knows where you should be lifting. They're very clever machines, these things. So here it'll happen. See, that's all you have to do. You listen to that system, it's going to make you last however many laps you want. Up to a maximum of 5. Just watch the throttle, right? Watch the throttle bar every time. I'll do one more lap, yeah, so you can see. of course, make sure you get your braking points right, because lifting can obviously confuse you too, because you're lifting. You need to brake later because you're lifting already, so you're already slowing the car down. If you brake at the same part where you lift, when doing lift and coast, you're gonna do really slow laps. It's not good. You need to brake a little bit later when you do lift and coast, to try and conserve as much lap time as possible. Okay, so we'll do a whole lap again. So again, look at that purple LED on the right side of your screen, and look at the throttle application bar next to it. I'll check that follow after the lap. Thank you very much. Let me finish the lap so I can explain how it works properly. So yeah, that corner and poo on it usually doesn't activate. It depends how many laps. If you put the system to +5, it might make you lift for poo on, and it might make you lift for no name, because the more laps you want to last, the more you've got to lift and coast. It was very quick there because it wants me to save fuel more, but yeah, usually that will be a little bit longer. That's just because I filled up less than enough fuel for a full stint. Because I think for 22 laps you need like 90 liters or 88 liters, so that's why it goes a bit crazy there, because it's like, dude, you need to use way less fuel. You've only got like 40 liters left. That's it. And I'll do one more corner, the first corner for you, because some of them pop up really quick. You got to get ready for it, because this corner pops up quick. I'll check chat in a second, guys. 1 second. See, it's very quick, that one. And now, if my calculations are correct, let me put this on. So now, if we do this, what does it say? See virtual energy. Look at the, so by the way I'm driving, what does it say on virtual energy in the pit stop there? It says 100% virtual energy is going to give me 24 laps. I said to the system, hey, I want 2 more laps, extra 24. It literally makes the process of lifting and coasting just easy for you, so you don't have to use your head to think. You just do what the lights tell you to do. It will get you what you want. See how good that is? Let me check chat quickly. Dave Marsh, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that. I tried that in the LMGT, specifically BMW doing the special event Interlagos. No, so what I've been told by the devs, I mentioned that, Yerrick, apparently it might be a little bit funny at Interlagos specifically. I would say try it at somewhere like Spa and the GT3s. Again, the GT3s are a new car. It could be a bug. We need to do more testing, whatever. But what the devs said to me was that he tried it at Interlagos, and it was being a bit funny, like a bit weird, maybe not working as intended. So I would say try it at Spa or Le Mans or something easier. Yeah. Okay. So now you know how the lap target system works. Now I'll put a load of fuel in. Oh, I think we have a load of fuel, don't we? All right. So I'm gonna do mediums first and then softs, so you can see. Okay. So 87 degrees is for the mediums, right? Do you always have virtual energy on 100% and adjust the fuel accordingly? Yes. Don't use this. Trust me. I've been called out by this before. Please don't use this. Because what will happen is it goes off of what you're consuming. Like, see how I was driving around? It says 24.2 laps there now. But if you're in the race and you're not lifting and coasting, you're only going to get 22 laps. Yeah. So like I said, like, don't use this, because you might end up either running out of virtual energy or running out of fuel. Go here, like, do the calculation, obviously, so you know that the race is going to last for 22 laps. Let's just say you're using 4 liters of fuel per lap. Put 88 liters or 89, and do it manually like this. Yeah, so go in here, go in the powertrain, and play with this, because you can get the exact amount while still keeping your virtual energy at 100%. Yeah. So look, I'm just going to put 60 liters. I think it was like 56 or something, right? For the Spa Hypercar fix from memory. Because I've done that race a couple times. So we've got medium tires, yep. And we've got the fuel. We've made the changes. Let me just change the anti-roll bar to 2 here. Okay, remember, you can't change this like in this menu in the Hypercar fix. You need to do it in the car when you drive. So make sure you remember you change that when you're on the grid. You'll have to do it for quali session and for race session yourself manually. Let's just make that P2 here because we can. Excuse me. All right, so let's look at the laps and let's just see how they differ, right? So this is with what is it, 60 liters of fuel, I think it is. Yeah, 60 liters. All right, so let's just do a few laps. I'll try and push. If I make mistakes, whatever, it is what it is. Yeah, but we should, and I'm gonna keep this up for you guys so you can see the temperature. So look for where it says there. See if it says 20.5, 20.6 degrees. Just look there, okay? Don't worry necessarily about the tire wear. Don't worry about that. Yeah, obviously medium tires, they're very hard to use on the first lap, especially when you're in practice, because you didn't get a formation lap to warm them up slightly. See how much understeer you get? Crazy. But I feel like the BMW's gotten faster for some reason. Because now I want to really try the high-mo setup and see what I can get. I reckon I can get maybe, with the high-mo setup, I reckon I can get maybe a mid, like a 159.5 or something like that. I reckon I can get with high-mo. Around here now. Yeah, obviously the tyres are no good right now, so we're going to get a lot of understeer. P2 on the roll bars. And just remember, when you use medium tires, it's easy to lock up because you've got less grip. So just be aware of that. Soft tires you can brake nice and like super late. And just remember that when you've got more fuel in your tank, you need to brake slightly earlier as well. Yeah, no problem, Jimmy. All good, brother. It's very easy, isn't it? There's not much to it. Okay, so we'll try a couple of laps, and let's just see how the lap time differs, yeah? And see how we go. So look at the tyre temperature as we go through the laps. And then we'll compare we'll see how the lap times differ. Oh, so good. Look at that. We carry so much speed through there. Amazing. Yeah, BMW is my favorite hypercar in LMU. And real life as well in the WEC. Bit slow there. Brake a little bit too late, but that's okay. Yeah, we're still getting a bit of understeer again. Second lap, the tyres aren't fully good. Once they get to about like high 60s, they should be okay. Yeah, that roll bar really helps. That turn in was great. That's really good. And I want you to take a look at as well what that corner we just did. Just see what it's like after a few laps. Just you'll notice. I'll do like maybe I'll do like 10 laps maybe or something. We'll see how we go. Okay, 2018. So just keep doing a few more and just see. So 2018, let's just see how the lap changes over the course of the stint, yeah? We won't do the full amount. We'll just do like 10 or, yeah, about 10 laps or so. And then I'll change over to the soft tires and then you can see the difference, yeah? And you can see the lap time's not too far off. Compare the fuel, the tires, it's not that bad. So that corner we just did right now, Stavlo, the fast right-hander, I can still do it flat in the medium tires, it's fine. But just see how it changes over the course of the laps. Okay, 2012. Bit of a crappy exit, but that's fine. This is lap 3, right? Yeah, lap 3. See the tires? They're sitting at around 76 degrees. So they're like, you know, what is that? 10 or 8 off the optimal? Bit too much there, understeer. Bit too late on the brake. That's fine. So this is the third lap, right? Yeah, third lap. But you can see the tires are performing consistently, yeah? It's fine. The car feels the same as what it did 3 laps ago. I'm just going to keep doing it. See, we're still doing Stavlo flat. Don't have to lift. Because when I use the soft tires after this, you're going to see what I mean. The car becomes completely different to drive after 5 laps. Too much speed there. It's okay. .2017. So the tire's at what, 80 degrees now? Still fine? This is lap 4, yeah? This is lap 4. And you can see that without making mistakes, the laps are still around the same. So what was it? It'll be there. What was the lap time, guys? 2012, yeah? Yeah, 2012. Okay, not too bad, only 3/10. See, we're still doing it flat. Yeah, more or less, it's okay. Couple of mistakes, but it's still fine. So what's that? 2:13. So it's only, so what is that? 3 laps later, we're only, it's about the same lap times. Yeah, it's consistent. So what we're getting, as long as we don't make a mistake, is consistent. So let's just do a couple more laps and see what the lap times are like, right? As the fuel load gets lower. So if you look at those laps up there, 2012 and then 2013. The 2017 was because I made a mistake. Wherever it was, that's why the delta went down so hard. Good understeer there. That'll cost some time, it's okay. But the car feels consistent, right? It'll be an off track, but yeah, it's fine. Still looks pretty good. Point 4. 2014. See, it's fine. No, 213. See, it's still. No, it hasn't logged. Oh no, because it was off track. Yeah, it was a 2014. They didn't log up there. Might be too early on the 7th gear. That's all right though. But you can see what I mean. The laps are staying consistent. Like you look at the delta. It's around 6 to 8 tenths if I don't make any mistakes, yeah, by the end of the lap. And as the tyres are wearing, the car still feels fine. Okay, looking good. Ooh, getting hot in here. So look, the tires are starting to reach, so you can see we're at a 90 degrees. So now you'll start to see the consistency drop a little bit, right? But it's still, that's okay. It's not like it's reaching that temperature throughout the whole stint. too much. So I'll try not to make any mistakes here and try and get it to the same 202, 2012 or whatever it was, 2013. See what happens. Four tenths, okay. Hey Simon, how are you, brother? See, still flat through there. It's fine. Even as the tires have gone down by what, 14, 15%. Car still feels flat through there. Let's have a look. 2013. So even, how many laps did I do? So from the original one, what was that? It was 24. So it's about, let's just say it was about 7 laps. Even as the tires are worn out, right? The lap times are still staying consistent with the medium tires. You can still do the same time because the tires are wearing slightly, but your fuel is going down as well. So you're carrying less weight. Now let's try the soft tires, right? And you can see that, what were they at the hottest? Did you guys see? I think the hottest was like 90 degrees at the hottest point. And it didn't stay 90 for a very long time. So now let's change this to... Good to hear, Simon. Good on you, mate. So let's try and change this to softs now, right? And let's see what it's like. Let me just get a drink. I can and the main thing I wanted to say was Stavolo corner, you'll see it flat every time in the mediums, right? And now look what happens with the softs. Let me just get some water. Oh, man. So you can see the medium optimal temperature is 87 degrees, right? So the soft one is 76. So we were only at most like 3 degrees over, maybe 4 degrees over. That's okay. You will still start to see some inconsistency, but it wouldn't be too bad. You can salvage it, right? So let's see with the soft tires. So this is soft now. So we'll do the same amount of laps, I think. We'll just do like 7 or 8 laps, right? Because I can tell you now, with the medium tires, I would still be able to get 2013, 2012, and probably as the fuel got a bit lower, it'll probably start to dip into the 200s for sure. Ha! Hey, Jakes, how are you, bro? Good to see you, mate. Good, brother. How you going? Hope you're doing well, Ajax. I saw you were taking part in the LMU Sprint Champ, EOS Sports. Yeah, I couldn't do it anymore, brother, because the start time is too early for me. It's too early in the morning, unfortunately. So I had to withdraw past. So sorry. So watch, the car will feel good initially, but give it 5 laps and it will just go downhill. Like the grip just feels super good here right now. Like it just feels like it's easy mode, and then it just gets really bad. So what was it again? 74 degrees, right? Yeah, 74 for the soft tires. Same old? Yeah, LMU's gone really good, bro. I'm having a great time. A lot of fun. I'm just showing the guys today how to change the fixed setup to gain some more lap time. Okay, let's see how we go now. So, again, it should be about the same kind of lap times, right? Maybe a bit faster. Secrets revealed? There's no secret, mate. It's easy. You can see your ugly mug? Yeah. Easy for you to see that today, my friend. See what I mean? The car, it feels easy mode with the soft, but it's not worth it in the long run. What did Santa give for Christmas? Oh, I got a few things, bro. I got a lot of BMW clothing, merchandise. Got some, like, Lego Technic. One second, Adro. I'll have a look at that after this. Look at the lap time. It's not far off the poly pace. It's 4/10. It's nothing. 2:08, see? That's what I was saying. You'll get the same initial performance, but watch what happens, right? Just give it a couple laps and watch what happens. It goes downhill so fast. Have you upgraded from the Hyundai? Nah, still same car, brother. The Hyundai's going good. I've had no issues with it. Oh, that's not good. Oh. The Delta was looking good though. Bit too late on the brake, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. What are you doing around Easter? I don't know. Just working probably, brother. So we finished this lap. So what was it? A 2:0? I'll check the top there. It was a 2:0 something. 2:008 was it? Fastest on the first lap. Yeah, 2:008, right, with the soft tires. But just see how the performance starts to degrade. You might be down my way. We're going to do some driving Mount Hotham. Buddy, are you going up the snow? Just ignore this lap. But it was looking good. It was actually up on the Delta, believe it or not. Even with more fuel. It goes to show you how much time is in this setup. It's good. Yeah, let's watch how the performance starts to degrade heavily. That's the other thing with soft tires as well. If you have any kind of accident like that, where you like lock up and slide, the tires become so hot, it just becomes almost impossible to manage it. I can feel it already. It's already starting to get slippery. And it's been what, like this is the 4th lap, including the out lap. Too much there. But you can see I'm already starting to get understeer in the corner, right? Corners, it's still getting through there, flat, which is okay. But look at the temperature, 86, 85, 81. I can't see the bottom left, or bottom, yeah, bottom, back, rear left. It's probably in the 80s as well, I'm guessing. To 16. But I can hear the tires locking up already. Because like I said, the performance of these tires is starting to degrade rapidly now, right? But yeah, Arod, I'll check your question at the end of this, okay? Just let me do these 7, 8 laps, whatever. See, I'm starting to... I can't brake as late anymore. Because the tires are getting too hot. But now I'm starting to lose time. You saw that, right? The first lap, we were 1/10 up on the delta by that first sector. And now we're down by how many tenths? 4 tenths? 5 tenths? Because the car's starting to feel crap to drive. Like the tires are starting to struggle to bite when I turn in now. So I have to start braking earlier to deal with that. See, look at the lap time. The delta, 1.1. It's starting to become like the medium tires, right? But it's only going to get worse than this. Just watch. It starts to get even worse. Yeah, I did, Rocky. I hope you had a good Christmas as well, bro. Thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate that. So look at the delta, 1.4. I'm going to do a few more laps. It's only going to get worse. See, I'm struggling to bite on the turn-in now, so I'm getting understeer through there. It only took 5 laps for that to happen. Whereas the medium tires, they felt consistent throughout the whole thing. And they would have felt consistent for the next, 20 laps, whatever. So I'll do a couple more laps so you can see what happens. See, the car's starting to slide around a lot. Look at the delta now, 3 tenths down. See, I'm getting so much understeer because the tires just aren't biting anymore. That's the issue. See, look at the understeer. 6 tenths we've lost in this lap. I'll do like 2 more laps. Almost locked up there. It's still actually turning in okay there, surprisingly. But we are losing time going through there now, if you look at the delta. Yeah, they are. They're screaming. That's what I mean. This is what happens with the soft tires. See that? It gets very slippery through here now. Like I turn the car, and when I want to turn it back to the left, it struggles to get to get back over to the left. So you no more bite when I turn in. What was that? That was a 2019. That's even slower than the medium tire, and it only took, what was that, like 5-6 laps for it to happen. Yeah, I'll do 2 more laps. I'll do this one and 1 more so you can see the difference. See, it's very slippery through here now. Can't get on the throttle as soon as I want to. So I got basically 2 laps out of it, and that's it. The lap time just went downhill after the third lap, sorry. See, look at the delta, 7/10 gone already. Getting understeer now. Through there. Marley Mal, thank you for the sub on YouTube, really appreciate that. So we'll do 1 more lap after this. Time to get a bit of understeer through there. I reckon if you gave that like 4 more laps, you'd have to lift, probably, to be able to make the corner. Well, that's the thing, you can't change the camber in the fix setup. See that? See how the car over rotates there? It's losing grip. You can't change the camber in Hypercar fixed. So that, you know, you can't, that's not a thing here. See, struggles to bite to the turn in, so slow. So 1 more lap, this lap. That was a what? 201, 2021. That was a 2021. See how the lap is just degrading? Yeah, this is fixed, yeah. I'm explaining the difference between the medium and the soft tires, what happens. And you see that the tire wear itself is not bad. It's the same as the mediums. But the performance is way worse because the tire life on all 3 compounds, soft, medium, hard, is about the same, yeah? I'm still pretty adamant that hard has a little bit more tire life in it. That's just me. Probably because it just doesn't get as hot, so it lasts longer, right? So look at this, man. Feels so crap to drive now. But the tire wear is about the same. Looks like the front left is a bit lower. Look at this. Oh my god, so much understeer. Have to hit the brakes there now. Shouldn't have to hit the brakes there. Look at the understeer through there. Look at the delta, 1.6 seconds, and it's just going down. Like it's just getting bigger and bigger. Betos, thank you for the follow, really appreciate that, brother. See, there's just, yeah, the grip is really struggling. What, this is a horrible lap time, look at this. 2023, so we did about the same amount of laps. It's about 7 laps or something, right? 6, it says on my lovely dash. So it's about the same amount. But do you see the difference in lap time? So we went from, can I look at it there? Well, that right there is about the, so we started off with a 2008. So it was initially faster than the lap time from the medium tires, right? Because the medium tires was what, 2011 or 2012? It was 2012. So it was initially 4/10 faster. But then see what happens as the laps went on. Now just think about it. The car feels crap now, right? That's only 6 laps is only like halfway through the race. You still have another 6 to 7 laps to go for the race. Think about how bad it's going to get on soft tires. That's why you don't use soft tires. The tire wear's the same. It's about 80, yeah, 85, 83, whatever. But it's not that. It's the tires are too hot. Like, I think they were reaching 90, wasn't it, at one point? That's 90. That's 16 degrees over the optimal temperature. Do you see how bad? And that's why it's all about, it's not necessarily that the reason why you choose your tire compound, soft, medium, hard, it's nothing to do with the tire life. It's to do with the temperature on the track. It's which one of those tires is going to stay within or below that optimal tire temperature during the race, according to the track temperature. You can be below, you can be cold on the tires. You can, because what were the mediums? They were around like 80 or 70 something, wasn't it? Like, that's like what, nearly 10 degrees under, but the lap times were fine. It was okay. If you had a slightly warmer track, you probably get better lap times. But the point is, the lap times are staying consistent. From that first lap, I was still able to get, it was a 202, 201, 2012 or whatever. Then the final lap I did on lap 6 or 7, still 2012 or 2013, whatever. I probably just made a mistake in the lap. So you see how mediums stay consistent, but soft tires, after the first good lap, it's downhill after that. It just gets worse and worse. And I've made that mistake in Hypercar fixed races myself. Like, getting that initial good performance and thinking, yeah, like, I've got this race, it's going to be fine. And then you see your times go down, and then all of a sudden you're in P1 and the guy that's in P2, he was 1 second or 1.5 seconds behind you. Now he's 5/10 behind you because he's using mediums and his lap times are staying consistent and he's able to keep the grip on the track, whereas you're just flailing everywhere because you just can't handle what's happening with the car because you're losing grip everywhere. The main thing you'll feel when the tires are getting too hot is that they'll struggle to bite. So when on the initial turn-in, you won't feel that kind of bite to know that the car's stabilized, and it'll take longer for you to get on throttle. Then you see with the chicanes, as I turned to the right for the first part of the bus stop, the car was still trying to rotate to the right. As I was trying to turn left, it wasn't snappy anymore. Whereas in the mediums, it would turn to the right, then turn to the left easily. So that's your proof right there. Like, you don't use softs in the race. Qualifying, it's okay if the track's cold enough. If this track was like 27, 25 degrees, I'll probably use medium tires for quali as well. I probably would. Because you've got one good lap, basically, in the soft tires, and then that's it. It's all over. Hey, Mumba, how are you, brother? Good to see you. Let me just see Adro's message. He had a question about the dampers, I think. I'll be honest with you, I'm good with the basic setup, but my knowledge of the advanced stuff is not there yet. I have some knowledge, but it's not there yet. That's what I'm learning now for the first time ever in a sim. Because every other sim I've played on, I was never interested in it. But in Le Mans Ultimate, I want to keep getting fast. I want to keep learning how these cars work and how to tweak the setup to get more time out of it. So I'm actually learning it now. So Adro said, my question is dampers. The Lambo bounces way too much at Le Mans. Was hoping you can give me a guide how to make it stop. Please and thank you. Would it be the Packers? Would it be this? Where is it?
Okay, let's go.
Barbara, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate that. Would it be this? Would it be Packers, do you think? Is it more? That's the thing, what's happening? Like, when you hit the curb, is the car becoming unsettled? if so, you want if the car becomes unsettled on a curb, it means you want to soften the suspension so that the suspension can travel more. Stiffer suspension means like more reactiveness to the curbs, yeah?
Okay, let's go.
Taxi, thank you so much for the sub. So stiffer suspension means when you hit the curbs, the car will become like more unsettled if you hit the curb too hard. But a softer suspension means you can hit the curb and the suspension will compress a bit more because it's got more travel allowed because it's not as stiff. Does that make sense? So I think if you play with the Packers or the spring, is it the spring rate? I think it's a spring rate, yeah. Or you could play with the ride height. You can make the ride height higher because that would then give more room for the suspension of the tires to move upwards before they hit the roof of the or whatever. I think that's how it works. Don't quote me on it, but I think that's basically how it is. More ride height gives you more like a softer feel when you go over the curbs, basically. Pretty sure. But don't quote me on the exact the way it works. Yeah. Hey, my knowledge's not there yet. In a straight line of bounces, Lambo is super stiff as default. Man, that car. How are you, Logie? Good to see you. So in a straight line, it's bouncing. That's normal, isn't it? Is it bouncing like crazy, like bouncing, or just you should feel it a bit? It'll be bottoming out a little bit. The main thing is though, on Le Mans, don't drive in the middle when you're on the straights. So all the Mulsanne straights, never drive in the middle of the track. Always pick a side because there's a slight elevation in the middle of the road, and that's what makes the car go. And you can see all the sparks. You'll still get a bit of bottoming out on the left and right, but if you go in the middle of the road, it's really bad. You'll lose like a tenth on the straight just from driving straight on it. So that might be also what you're doing. You might be in the middle of the track when you shouldn't be either. So I think that's everything for the setup, guys. It's getting pretty late, so I'm probably going to have to go to bed. But this setup feels good. Again, I'm going to put it in the in a spreadsheet for you guys now, and then I'll post it in the Le Mans Ultimate Discord and my Discord, and it'll keep getting updated every week. So whatever the race is, the fixed race is next week, whatever track, I'll do the BMW for that track. And then once I've done the BMW for all the tracks, then I'll get another car and I'll do it for all the tracks. And that way, eventually, you'll have a complete list of a tweaked default setup for you guys. So you don't have to do the testing yourself. You just try. You just copy what I've done. So let me I've snipped it all. Crazy bouncing, I drive on the left and the right towards, maybe ride height. A bit more ride height might help. But in default setup, it shouldn't do that though. You think it should be pretty okay because usually the default setups have a quite high ride height already anyways, don't they? Okay, so the changes were that. I've snipped that. And this stays the same. TC, if you've got a bit of a lead foot, make the onboard 8, but don't touch the cut. TC cut 6 is very high. Kevin, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch, brother. Yeah, TC cut 6 is high. 7, you're going to start hearing the like when you try to put the power. That's bad. That's not good. You don't want to do that. Hey, Kevin, welcome, brother. Good to have you here. I keep hammering away and let you know. Yeah, let me know how you go in the Discord because it shouldn't be that bad. It should be okay, the Lambo. Because the Lambo's usually pretty good on the curbs, yeah? So, look, personally, keep the TC, onboard TC on 7, but if you need to use 8, use 8. But if you do it, if you don't have a lead foot, you'll be fine. The BMW is very hard to spin on the TC. Like, it's almost impossible. It's a very safe car. All right. So, let's see. Ooh, what have I done here? So, leave it on 7. So, wheels and brakes, that's the changes there. But I'm going to put this in a spreadsheet for you guys on the... If you guys want to take a screenshot now... Sorry, let me move my photo. Where's my webcam? I'll just move the webcam 1 second. Actually, I'll move the webcam over here now. Oh, God. Put it here for now. So that's... If you guys want to take a photo or screenshot now, that's the only change. Oh, and anti-roll bar too. So that, and then... And again, I'm going to put it in the spreadsheet for you guys. You can't change it here, but yeah, front anti-roll bar, down 1 click to P2. And that's it. You can get... You can get 2002s out of it. You can do it. It's 100% possible, yeah? So go and do it now. Make this do what I did with the setup and go and practice and get it done. All right. Well, I'm gonna put that in the spreadsheet. I will, and again, I'll show you guys the lap differences too, right? Oops, not settings. Oh, not championships. When it decides to load. What day is it today? Should be loading. I don't know. I feel like their servers are being janky right now. I feel like there's an issue with their servers. Because it wasn't even letting me join the practice before. So I reckon if I check the Discord, it might be orange. Because look, nothing's loading. So I think they might have a problem with their servers, maybe. Yeah. All good. But yeah, you saw the lap times were similar. Yeah, it's all you need is those changes and you can do well. All right, let's raid somebody quickly. And then I will also, before I go to bed, I'll put it in a spreadsheet for you. And check the LMU Discord. I'll put it in there for you, okay? Let me just raid someone quickly. It's tricky car to drive compared to others, but it does have a lot of speed if you can tame it. Yeah, the Lamborghini is good. It's really good at, it's good. Imola. It's really quick at Imola, the Lamborghini, like rapid, proper rapid. Let's raid somebody. Twitch. I'm just going to raid somebody quickly, guys. I'll check chat in a minute. Just one sec. Raid. Is anyone else doing LMU? Let me see. Bloom Garage has 8 viewers. Let's help I shall type Lemon Ultimate and see all the names. I like to help people that have low viewers just to try and get them talking to people. Gataga has 75. We'll raid Gataga. He's a nice guy. Okay, we'll raid Gataga. French guy. All right, I'll start the raid. All right, so guys, this week, whenever the races change, I'll do another stream over the weekend for you to do the same thing that I just did for whatever track it is for next week, Hypercar fix, okay? Let me just check chat before I finish off, before we start the raid. Yep, I think I caught up for everyone on YouTube, and let me just check Twitch. Yeah, all good. All right. Okay, guys, have a great week. I will see you around near the end of next week again. Probably, I think Saturday, probably Saturday. And I'll do the same thing for you guys the next track, okay? All right, have a great night, day, wherever, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.